It's so stupid, it's positively brilliant.
The Brilliant Idiots Podcast.
Yep, Charlamagne the guy.
Andrew Schulz.
We are the Brilliant Idiots, and this week's episode of the Brilliant Idiots is sponsored by GOAT.com. It's the safest way to buy and sell authentic sneakers online. They're the largest marketplace in the world for authentic Yeezys, Jordans, and over 600,000 sneaker listings. Now, are you still the sneakerhead that you once were, Schulz?
I think I've always been more of a hype beast when it comes to sneakers.
Got you.
Now, the problem with being a hype beast with sneakers is you really only like the more or less popular shit.
Okay.
Where do I get that now?
Okay.
I got to get it at GOAT.
GOAT.com.
I got to get it at GOAT.com.
Every detail is inspected, so you don't have to worry about buying some fake Jordans, okay? The stitching and the color to the size and weight, GOAT certified that every pair of sneakers on their site matches exactly factory specifications, all right? With over 500,000 sneakers on the platform and 10 million users, you won't find better prices for verified 100% authentic sneakers anywhere else. Find the perfect 100% authentic sneaker at GOAT.com/idiots. That's GOAT.com/idiots. Plus, you'll also be supporting our show, but you've got to go right now before the sneakers you want are gone when you go to GOAT.com/idiots. I want to salute another podcast right now in the church announcements.
Okay.
Dr. Phil.
I saw you on that.
Yeah,
you
I
look
did.
like a baby.
Thank you.
No, in the chair.
Oh, I thought you meant my skin.
No,
I thought
your
I had-
skin does look very good now.
Yeah.
Makeup, or this is you're just having good skin days?
I got a chemical peel last week. Maybe that's why
it is.
I'm
But
in
it
the
looks good.
I'm in the process of a post peel.
Uh-huh.
For those who've never gotten a chemical peel, you get a chemical peel and then you do a post peel for a week. So I'm in the process of a post peel till Friday.
Shedding your old skin, is that what's happening?
I don't shed anymore. I used to shed.
Okay.
I don't. The first time I did it, you shed terribly. Like you look like something's wrong with you. Probably people see you and be like, "Oh my God, he's got something that can't be cured."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That he probably got from having unprotected sex. I don't
Whoa.
know. Yes.
Just on your face.
On your fucking
Mashing
face.
your head into a dirty box.
Absolutely. There you go. So I mean, yeah, I'm in the process of a post peel, and I don't peel like I used to.
Glowing, bro.
Yeah.
Glowing.
But Dr. Phil, he's got a podcast called Fill in the Blanks. We've advertised it here on the Brilliant Idiots before. I actually enjoy being on podcasts that I, listen to.
Right.
Yeah. So
And that you admire the host, maybe.
I fuck with Dr. Phil. I fuck with Dr. Phil because he's Dr. Phil.
Right.
He ain't trying to be shit else but Dr. Phil. And he's been being Dr. Phil for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
And has made a great living being Dr. Phil.
Yeah, he's paid.
So
paid.
go check that out. And please go buy Shook One Anxiety Playing Tricks on Me wherever you buy books. Where you at with it?
I got some shows coming up this weekend, Orlando and Jacksonville. Jacksonville and Orlando. I think Jacksonville's Friday. Orlando's Saturday. Then I got some other shows coming up. We got Cleveland. They'll be in Austin for Moon Tower Comedy Festival. And a bunch more. Cool announcement will happen next week. Or in 2 weeks, I'm not exactly sure. Also, Views from the Sis just hit 2 million views, so that's pretty cool on YouTube alone. And we're not even done releasing it. The final chapter, Chapter 6, comes out this Sunday. I'm so excited for you guys to watch it. Then go watch the whole thing back to back to back, because there is a storyline, a through line with callbacks, etc., that you really only see once you watch it all together. So that's the cool thing.
Are you
about
going to
the
put it out
content.
in its entirety once all the pieces are out?
There's a so I also shot a tour documentary with it.
Okay.
Right. So each city that we shot, a joke in, has its own like tour piece, and the tour piece also has stand up in it, but more the local references and local jokes.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about doing an entire thing where in between the jokes you see the tour doc. And then you go to the next city, and then you see the tour doc for the next city, and then the next city, etc. So I'm thinking about maybe putting that out in its entirety in some place, and then I got one more thing that I can't say just now, but there is a very special part of the whole European thing that I think we're gonna animate. Put it that way.
Oh, watching Alex get fucking arrested?
Maybe.
Oh, okay. All right.
we might have
I
a
thought you
cool.
about to say something better, like, yo, we got the security footage from that night when Alex got into it with the security guard.
I wish.
Animation is cool too, though.
I wish. That would be so sick. But go check out Views from the Sis, youtube.com/Andrew Schulz. Check that out. And, check out the tour docs there in the Dropping In series that I do. But right now, I want to start the show by talking about Us. I just saw Us last night.
Listen, it's a lot to get to. Us. Let's talk about it. I'm glad. And by the way, the shit has made like $80 million, so fuck your spoilers. All right?
Yeah.
If you ain't seen it by now, then hey, man, we ain't got nothing to do with that.
Exactly. And even if whatever we say about the movie is, even if we tell you the ending of the movie, you're going to still go watch the movie.
Yes, because I think it's one of those pieces of art that you will watch and you'll have your own perception of it.
Yes.
I think everybody will have their own take.
Yes, 100% that. The movie is not about the ending. It's one of these movies that the ending is a nice little button, but the movie itself, for me, was not about the ending.
Talk to me.
Okay. I think the movie, people are like, what is this movie really about? Is it about, it's not about race? Is it about class? Is it about, etc.? I think this movie is about geopolitics. I think it's movies about America's relationship with the rest of the world. I think that's why it's called Us, because it's U.S. I think you even
United
pointed
States,
that
yeah.
out, United States. And I think that the other family that looks just like you, which is what we see as the potential villain in the movie, I think that that's that family in Mexico. That family in Mexico, their suffering is directly correlated to your luxury. We can only live this luxurious, fantastic lifestyle with choosing the mate of our choice and living in pools and having boats because there are people out there in the world that live an incredibly simple and almost abusive and a lot of times abusive lifestyle, right? And I think that metaphor is really driven home at the end of the movie where you see that border wall. I'm calling it a border wall, but you see the handshake and the people are dividing the country.
The hands across America.
The hands across America. What I think that is I think that's him like kind of telegraphing the point like, hey, here's your border wall. This is what you're separating. You want to go put up a wall? Well, this is why we have a wall. We have a wall so we could keep all this fun shit in. And then the darkest part of the movie for me was, and this is, I guess, giving away the ending a little bit, but
We don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Made $80 million.
Exactly. So Lupita. So there's Lupita Nyong'o, right? Her two characters, right? The Lupita Nyong'o that has children and is part of the family. We learned was actually switched with the other one.
So it was the doppelganger. The doppelganger was the one.
Was actually the real
one
one.
living above ground.
Yes.
And the evil one. No, the real one was living underground.
Was living
yeah,
underground
yeah,
because
yeah.
they switched when they were a
Yeah.
child, right? And I think what that is a message about is there are people that come to America and they leave their countries and they'll fight for their life to not go back. They'll fight for their life to maintain the lifestyle that they have, and they'll very quickly forget how horrible it is back home and have a very easy time ignoring it.
I have. I'm not mad at that take at all. I have a lot of those same sentiments. I didn't look at it from the perspective of other countries, but I did
Right.
look at it from the perspective of the reason they look alike is because you should see yourself
In others.
in other people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
if you
yeah.
saw yourself in the poor and disenfranchised, you would have more empathy. I also did feel. What did you just say? What did you just end with?
About the idea is like once you have some success and you
Boom.
come to America,
Yes.
it's easy to go, I'm not leaving this, and I'm definitely not helping those people take
Yes.
away some of mine.
So the Lupita character that was above ground experienced both sides.
Yes.
So she experienced how fucked up it was. And once she got above ground, the reason she was so paranoid and had so much bad anxiety is because, number one, she knew what she had did down below by, strangling the little girl and switching places with her. But also, we're not going back to this shit. My
we're
kids
not.
will not be raised in this shit whatsoever. So I agree with that. I literally just looked at it as a movie about classism. Like, that's all I saw it as. And, when I Googled what Hands Across America was, like, that was a real event that happened in 1986. And they were just trying to raise awareness for the homeless. And they was trying to raise money for people who were poor. I think they raised like $6 million for the poor during that period. So
Right.
when Lupita's character told the other Lupita, they had to make a spectacle. They had to do something to be seen. So, to me, that's what that was. But I'm not mad at the border wall
Maybe,
aspect of
and
it.
this is the beautiful thing about art. Here I'm going to geek out on art a little bit. It's like, and to Jordan's credit, you create a piece of art that means one thing to Charlamagne, one thing to me, one thing to the person listening right now at
Word
work,
up.
right? And none of those are necessarily wrong or right. Like that's what I meant by the ending wasn't the movie. the whole movie forces you to reflect on something. Like, what is the movie? A reflection of self, right?
Yeah.
And then you start reflecting on your relationship with the world. Like, I guess the way I went about it, was this geopolitical way. Maybe because I've been reading about stuff recently.
Yeah.
About America's relationship with the rest of the world. So it's like, okay, that was what was in my mind, and that's why I painted the picture. Maybe you've been reading about, whatever it is, like poor people.
Let me be a selfish American for a second.
Go.
No disrespect to the rest of the world.
Go.
I don't really give a shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Love the Caribbean, love Angola, love Africa, parts of it, but I'm just saying, I can only speak for America.
Right.
When it comes to America, we all need to do better when it comes to each other. Remember, it was one part of the movie Lupita said, she said, what are you? That's what she said. She said, we're Americans.
Yeah.
Like, yo, that's a very mind-blowing thing. Like,
Yes.
if you was to look at somebody who's poor, somebody who's disenfranchised, somebody who's oppressed, somebody who's marginalized, if you literally saw yourself in them, if you saw, yo, this could be me, this could be my family at any given moment, you would have more empathy.
And did you see the empathy that Lupita's character had? She couldn't kill her daughter.
Couldn't kill the daughter.
Couldn't kill her son.
Yep.
It was the other son.
Yeah.
Right?
Didn't want to kill the mom.
Didn't want to kill him. And the other son realized the power he had over his clone, his doppelganger.
Yep.
Right? He goes, oh shit, they do exactly what we do.
Yep. The father realized that early.
With M'Baku.
When he headbutted himself, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like, and he realized it when he just fixed his glasses, and then the retarded version of him fixed his glasses.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, but the mom couldn't do it. And that's why that last scene where like there was the ballet going on, right? It was like, how the fuck can underground Lupita miss every single swing that above ground Lupita does? Why? Because she knew what swing she was going to do.
Absolutely.
Because she was the real one.
Absolutely. We had Winston Duke on Breakfast Club. He gave me another layer to it.
What'd he say?
He talked about how you remember when they first came, right, to the house.
Yep.
And he was sitting there aloof.
Yeah.
He was trying to figure out what the fuck do these people want.
Yeah.
The mom knew what it was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The mom was like, yo, these people want their freedom. They want to be liberated.
Untethered.
Yeah. The guy didn't know. He was like, take my money. You know what I'm saying? God damn, Alex. You in here listening to another fucking podcast where the brand
Turn it
is?
down, son.
Alex,
Oh, you didn't?
I know the Joe Budden podcast when I hear it, motherfucker.
No, I just didn't want to hear the
What
spoilers
the
on here.
fuck?
This guy got
Alex,
a lot of
I don't
fucking
hear
My
nerves.
that.
son.
Spoilers
God.
got a lot of
Jesus
nerves, son.
Christ.
Yeah.
What if we have beef with them? And I think we do sometime. I don't fucking know. You in here listening to the goddamn Joe Budden podcast in the
I
middle
know
of
who
our
I'm
shit?
not inviting to the Rock Nation brunch next year.
Jesus Christ. How do we know you're not one of the tethered? How do we know the real Alex not in Switzerland right fucking now? Sweden. Still in motherfucking jail.
Okay, but go on.
But no, he was saying that, the father is middle class, so he's privileged. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's privileged, they're on vacation. He don't even understand what these people want. He don't even understand why these people are there. He's like, yo, you could take my car, you could take my wallet. Man, we don't want that shit. We want motherfucking freedom. We've been down here eating rabbits all goddamn our whole motherfucking lives.
Yes.
The rabbits was an ill symbol
Yeah,
too, though.
tell me. Well, I want to get into the rabbits. Because
Rabbits were the original
I couldn't-
original test subjects.
Gotcha. I couldn't understand the rabbits.
Original test subjects, and if you know rabbits, like, they breed so fucking fast.
Yes.
So sometimes they can breed so motherfucking fast, they just out of our control. You know what I'm saying? And also, she said that they used to eat them and have to eat them raw. So when I heard her say that, I went home and I Googled eating rabbits. When you Google eating rabbits, you realize that you cannot survive off just a diet of rabbits. They say if you're in the wilderness and you eat nothing but rabbits, you will eventually die of malnutrition. It's called rabbit starvation because, like, the meat is so lean. So it's just like it doesn't give you
Doesn't
the
have
nutrients and
enough
stuff you need.
nutrients, yeah.
That's like the food deserts in the hood. That's like these food deserts in the hood. That's like these, and the food that we eat, that the poor and disenfranchised have to eat in America is fucking
Right.
GMO. It's not real, and eventually that shit is going to kill us all. So that was ill symbolism to me.
That's great. What about the Winston thing you were saying?
Oh, he was just privileged, so he didn't understand what these people
When you're
wanted.
privileged, you can't. That's right. When you don't want for anything, you can't understand what someone wants. Your whole dynamic is, I want. Yes.
He kept trying to offer him things. Take my car.
Yeah, and
Take
it
my
was
money.
It was interesting. It was like, it shows you how frivolous our problems are, right? He was complaining because his friend was one-upping him with the car.
Yeah,
Right?
and he got a boat. He tried to get a boat to try to make everybody feel like he was some big boss dude. And like,
And his friend had the other boat that was even bigger that
Yep.
had a funny name. It was
Yep.
B-Yacht, but yacht was spelled.
Yes.
Yeah. But so it's like, hey, these are the first world problems, and then these people down here, the underground people,
Mm-hmm.
are having what they believe are real problems,
Mm-hmm.
a lack of choice. We got all this choice. The first thing that underground Lupita said, I didn't get to choose my husband. I didn't get to choose what my kids grow up with. I didn't get to choose the food.
And
that we
Lupita
eat.
told her, the other Lupita said, y'all take for granted the sunlight. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just taking for granted being above ground.
Right.
I thought that shit was done. Even when they're underground and like they're looking up at a higher class. It's a food chain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I personally enjoyed the movie.
I thought it was really, man. There's another thing I thought that was so important about it. I thought the most important character in that whole movie was Winston Duke's character.
Talk to me why.
Because oftentimes the characters you see in TV shows and movies set examples of people we're allowed to be. Right?
Yeah. He defied all stereotypes.
Yes. So Winston Duke. Right now, if you watch any black movie or TV show with black people, etc., the black guy's either the cool guy, he's the brave guy, he's the funny friend, he's swagged out, or he's like a badass thug who's unafraid of anything, supervillain. This is one of the few shows where you see a guy being just a washed dad. He was, and you know what the majority of people
and a big
are?
black dude who couldn't fight.
Oh, who couldn't fight? Who wasn't like wildly brave?
Yeah.
He was walking around kind of hobbling, right? And it's like, for the maybe the first time, but there are way more people that are washed than cool. That's why cool is valuable, because it's rare.
Yeah.
So now you see this character who makes it okay for all these other black people who are like, bro, this being cool shit at 40 is a lot, man.
Yeah.
I just want to do dad jokes and be corny.
First of all, it's impossible.
It's impossible.
Trust me, I
You're
know.
40.
I'm fucking 40.
I know.
I have 3 daughters at the house who remind me every day that I'm not cool.
Right.
And when I try to point out some cool shit to them, they be like, who the fuck is Mary J. Blige? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? What is this shit? Who?
So there's like this moment where I'm watching this movie, right? And it's important you watch the movie in theaters.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll say this because the previews to us are every black movie that's going to come out in the next few months. Mm-hmm. Okay? And what all these movies do in the previews, which a lot of movies that are black do, is they go, hey, just letting you know, this is a black movie. And hey, just letting you know, the characters in this movie, they're black. Right?
Yeah, they let you know subliminally. Like,
no. It's blatant. It is.
I can see why, because they got the Loonies playing, I Got 5 on it.
No. I'm saying the previews, not us. The previews when you watch it in the movie theater. You
I
know
had
the
a screener, so I didn't see the
That's what I'm
previews.
saying.
Yeah,
so like,
yeah,
so the previews to us, right?
Yeah, what were the previews? I didn't see it.
There's an Issa Rae movie coming out where you like somebody becomes little.
Oh yeah, that's a remake of Big with Will Packer.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's the movie where like the KKK guy and Taraji P. Henson got to be friends to like unite the schools.
I saw that. By
Something
the way,
like
how
that.
many historical black figures are y'all gonna make Taraji play?
Oh my God.
Y'all turning Taraji into the Chadwick Boseman of
Female
of
Chadwick
black
Boseman.
female actors. Word is born like that. And by the way, the thing I like about Taraji's role is people I never heard of.
Chadwick Bose woman.
At least, I mean, Chadwick plays like all the people that we know, like James
right.
Brown, Thurgood Marshall.
Yeah.
At least I'm learning something when I watch Taraji's movies.
Right.
Yeah.
It's new. But so basically, you see all these movies, right? And every one of those movies lets you know. They go, hey, just to let you know this is a black movie. There's always some line in the movie where it's like, is that what white people do? Right? And that line is supposed to go, hey, this is for us, and we're different. We are so different, and this is our unique thing, right? Etc. The movie Us made zero attempt at saying, hey, this is a black movie, this family's black. This family was, and there's a line blatantly in it, American.
Yeah.
This was an American family with a corny dad, just like white people have corny dads, Asians have corny dads, Indians have corny dads, right? A mom and dad that wanted their daughter to excel at track and field, just like any white dad or black dad. It was one of these movies where...
Except for the mom was Captain Marvel without the powers.
Facts. That's fair. That's fair.
Lupita was on some other shit.
No, she killed it. But
Yeah.
but I guess what I'm saying is you have this situation where it was very similar to like English shows that I see. Like if you watch English shows like Luther, they don't have to like telegraph every character's ethnicity. Like, there's a Pakistani woman that's a detective. They're not like, here comes the Pakistani woman. She's got some Pakistani food on the table, and she tells about how somebody was racist to her that day, so you know she's Pakistani. She just happens to be a Pakistani detective, right?
But that's Hollywood's fault, though.
Meaning
Hollywood now, black films, black TV shows are doing great. So they're finally allowing black people to make the kind of stories that they want to make. We don't have to make necessarily just black stories.
Well, yes, I want to get into that. I want to get into that next, but because I think there is something unique about America in the way that we do movies and television compared to the other countries in the world. But I just found it so interesting that he made a movie that had black representation, right? And not like the quote unquote digestible form, which is like a light skinned black family.
The
or something
stereotypical
like that.
form.
The stereotypical form, right? He didn't play into any black tropes, right? Like, it would have been so easy if this was like a quote unquote black film for like Winston Duke's character to fall and then the wife go, honey, you okay? And he goes, I am, but my Timberlands ain't. So, like, that's what all these movies do. Like, guaranteed the Issa Rae movie, the Will Packer one, is gonna have tons of those lines in it. It's gonna have tons of or it's like,
well, because maybe the people writing them are writing to a black audience. Jordan is not writing to a black audience.
And that is how you get the whole world to realize how similar we are instead of how different.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Like, even in the Issa Rae movie preview, which the movie looks fun. Like, I like Big. I thought it was fun, and but it was like...
Big is a classic movie.
Big is a classic movie.
I don't want to see them remake it, but hey, I'll watch it.
Exactly.
You know
But there was like there was a moment, I think it was like, the girl's talking back to her mother, to Issa Rae, who's not her mother, but she's talking back to her. And then there's a character, someone goes, oh, this girl's crazy. That's what white folks do. Where like the kid talks back to the parent and says, okay, we get it.
Oh, we did a lot of that. We did a lot of that in the theater.
It.
We did a lot of that in the theater.
Sure.
Like, as we're watching the movie, like, we're talking to the screen like, come on, yo. Some white people shit. You know what I mean? Like, we was talking to the screen like that. But not even just that. It wasn't just that. We were questioning Winston Duke's masculinity. Like, yo, come on. I had a screening in New York. So it's like, yo, you pussy. Come on, queen. Yo, you king pussy, queen. So it's just like that's normal.
Yeah.
Another thing I want to say about Jordan Peele, right, that I think is so genius about the way he writes, and it's the way you should write in 2019 and going forward, it's about the conversation after the fact. It's about what we're doing right now, spending 23 minutes on a podcast dissecting,
I only went to see it because of this combo.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, everybody was talking about, you said, it's one of those things that's tough to understand. So now you tapped into my ego. Now I'm going in there like, oh, I bet I could understand it.
Yeah.
I bet I could figure this shit out.
Yeah.
I went last night, I was like, I got to see this fucking movie because I wanted to talk to you specifically about it and see if we could break down, like, the rabbit shit I couldn't get. You got the fucking rabbit shit.
Symbolism. That's all. It was I googled that though. Like, it was little things in the movie. I go like
Jeremiah joint.
Jeremiah 11:11. The scripture is we're
gonna give you a problem you cannot handle.
And you'll scream for help and I won't hear you.
No one hear you.
I don't know if that was for the poor and disenfranchised who've been down there for so long, and they've been screaming out for help and nobody heard them, or was that for the people above ground, who now they're fucking getting killed, and it's this calamity, and they're screaming for help, and nobody can hear them. Like, one thing about the movie, you don't know who's good, you don't know who's evil.
Yes.
I can't say who's good and who's evil in that movie, because these people were cloned, they were trapped underground, they wanted their motherfucking freedom. Lupita, the real Lupita was down there, she knew what it was like to be above ground, she was able to communicate to them, this isn't right. This shit y'all doing isn't how life is supposed to be. Like, it's a whole other world going on there. We gonna get the fuck up there.
Yeah.
Like, but then you got the woman above ground. She escaped. She ain't wrong for wanting to escape from that situation. So it's like, who's good, who's evil in this movie?
My feeling was the evil people are the clones that kill the people above ground that had no clue that they even existed below ground.
But they couldn't communicate. They didn't know when they couldn't talk. They didn't know how to say, hey, we're fucked up.
But they're killing innocent people, right? They're killing people that didn't know that there were even clones of themselves. Whereas Lupita knew there were clones down there, so she deserved everything. She was foul.
Yeah, Lupita was foul.
She deserved everything she got.
Lupita was foul. The Lupita above ground was foul. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because if anything, which is weird to me, right? The Lupita that switched places But she couldn't talk either. She had to learn to talk. But when she did learn to communicate, she could have told the world. Like it's a whole nother world going on underground. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the point I was saying earlier. It's all the people that raise themselves in their class, or all the people that come to America from the oppressed country. They feel the comforts of America.
Yeah.
And they're like, shit, I don't want to talk out. I don't want to lose this.
Yeah,
You're going to send me back that? Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm going to fight tooth and nail to keep this.
Yeah.
And I get it because at the end of the day, humans are, we are selfish people and we're concerned with our own survival. And we're going to do whatever maintains our own survival, even if it means fucking over all those people you were underground with.
Yeah, that's what Winston said on Breakfast Club. He said, he was talking about survival, and he was like, who gives a fuck? No, he said, when you're trying to survive, all you want is an ally. Like, you don't care about things like, hey, I'm the man, I should be going to do this first. You know what I'm saying? Like, like women should be doing X, Y, and Z. No, I just need to fucking survive. Let's figure out how to fucking survive.
There's a line he has in the movie where he goes, your mom knows what to do.
But that was after she already proved herself throughout the whole goddamn movie. And he realized, like, man, I ain't really about this motherfucking
That's
life.
it. She about it. Let's follow her.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to survive.
Trying
like
to fucking
all
survive.
that misogyny, bigotry, race, all that shit moves away. Right? You in the woods and this black dude's got a fire. Hey, I don't care you're black. Can I have some of that fire?
That's why we need aliens, bro. I keep saying this
We
shit.
need a bad guy.
We need a bigger threat. We need a bigger threat to our humanity. We need a bigger threat to motherfucking society. We need Thanos, bro. We need Thanos. We need Thanos to come out the sky and I'm gonna snap my finger and make all of y'all motherfuckers go the fuck away if y'all don't figure this shit the fuck out. Cause guess what? Matter of fact, imagine that. Imagine Thanos came down and said, check it out, right? Mm-hmm. We coming back in 40 years. Mm-hmm. Y'all ain't got this shit right in 40 years, we're going to take this shit the fuck over. Because y'all don't know how to be unified. Y'all don't know how to have group operation. Y'all still down here thinking y'all better than each other because of shit like skin color, because of fucking gender, because of sexuality. 40 years. We'll be back. What would you do?
I think we get shit together.
And then he motherfucking snaps his shit and makes half the rabbits disappear just to show you he ain't motherfucking playing. You know what I'm saying? Just to let you know he ain't motherfucking playing.
That's what he should have done, is gave a little warning. Just get some things.
He gave him 10 years.
Wait, he did?
Thanos been around since the first movie.
But he said specifically, if you don't get it together, it's a wrap.
Well, he kept sending his minions. So, like, Loki and all those alien invasions, he just was letting them know. Like, here's the thing. They knew maybe they didn't know what the Infinity Stones could do all together.
I don't think they
But,
did.
yeah, he didn't let nobody know his plan.
Maybe Strange did, but I don't think anybody else.
Maybe. But he did. They knew. They didn't know Thanos was coming. Nobody knew Thanos was coming.
Of course not. That's why I was
Yeah.
so surprised. But
Did you liked us?
dude, I thought it was excellent.
I thought it was better than Get Out.
Not only, I didn't see Get Out.
Really?
I just had no interest.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've seen the story before. There was a movie called Stepford Wives. It was very similar. So it was a story that I didn't really see.
And I love Get Out.
Yeah, I heard it was
Get
great.
Out is a wow in a different way.
Yeah.
Meaning like, it's an immediate wow. Like, that's why I always keep saying, like, Get Out was Good Kid, Mad City. This is The Pimp a Butterfly.
Right.
Because you hear Get Out, it's bangers, lyrics, knocking,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, shit. Like, that shit is hard. You can't
Yeah,
deny
yeah.
it. Even Michael Rappaport would like that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then you hear The Pimp a Butterfly. I liked it. But a lot of people was like, eh. But over time, they're like, yo, that shit is a fucking
That's
classic.
fire.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Get Out is, and I haven't seen it, but judging based on the plot, it's an easier movie to digest
Yes.
because the bad guy is much more clear, right?
It's about racism.
It's about racism. So,
Yeah.
like, if you felt racism, you can look at that and be like, oh, that's a confirmation of a feeling that I have.
Yes.
Right? It's no different than, like, everybody who wakes up going, hey, why are conservatives right? And they turn on Fox News and they go, hey, that's confirmation for the feeling that I have.
Yeah.
Liberals turn on CNN. That's confirmation for the feeling that I have, right? This is tapping into a feeling you didn't even know you had.
You know the feeling, but the optics confuse you. Optics confuse you, because the truth of the matter is, Lupita is everything that the original Lupita, who, damn, yes, the original Lupita,
Yes.
who motherfucking choked out the real Lupita,
Yes.
and switched with her, is everything we hate in America.
Yes.
Like, straight up, she was oppressive, she marginalized somebody, and she fucking took advantage of somebody.
Stepped on her shoulders.
Stepped on her shoulders, like
to get
stepped
where
on
she
somebody
was,
to get what she needed to be.
and then forgot about them
Absolutely.
immediately after using them.
Immediately. No, she knew they were down there, and it was like, fuck this.
I don't need that.
I'm living high off the hog.
Yep.
And people, we do. I mean, listen, I attempt not to do it, but I'm lying if we say we don't.
We all do.
we turn a blind eye to shit. Like, I'm not going over there. Like, I'm like, eh.
Dude, this movie was I think this is an important movie for like a lot of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen me geek out on things? Do I geek out on shit?
Yes.
Be honest. Be honest.
Yeah.
Like what?
You geek out on stuff a lot.
But it's kind of rare with me. Like,
rare? Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
the type
yeah.
of person that just like sees somebody and go, "Oh, that's the best ever," or watches something and go, "That's the best ever." Like, I'm a pretty tough critic.
Yeah.
For me, this is an important movie in American history. Important in American history. In the same way that like the Cosby family just kind of was a family.
Yeah.
Right? I think this is a turning point for black people in film. And I think it breaks these tropes. I don't think that you're going to, and this is not a knock on Tiffany Haddish, but like that character that she always plays, which is like what white women think black women are, right? I think that this movie goes, oh, it doesn't have, there are black women that are a lot of different ways. They aren't always sassy or this, that, the other. There's black women that are like Lupita. There's black women that are like nerdy professors. There are black women that are like, I don't know, just like unfunny, boring people.
Yeah, Tiffany's like a first in a lot of ways, though. Meaning like, and the first in a while. You know
Fair,
what I'm
but
saying?
I think there's been a long line of this character that has been played. It's
I see what you're saying.
It's no different than like an Italian trope, right? We've had a long line of the Italian character. Tony Soprano might have been it, and then before the guys in Goodfellas and Al Pacino and Robert De Niro.
Oh no, I got a better point.
Okay.
That is what we like. All right, you think about a young black woman from the hood. We've seen that. We haven't seen enough of multi-dimensional.
Maybe that's a better
black
way of
women.
saying it.
Yeah.
I'm not,
yeah,
again,
yeah,
this is
yeah.
not a knock on Tiffany.
Yeah.
And this person, it's not like that person shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, after the success of this, you're going to see stories told that have a black family, but it has nothing to do with their blackness.
That's what black film writers, black directors in Hollywood have been screaming. I don't want to just make the black movie. I just want to make a
movie that happens to have black people.
They don't think a movie like Us would work with a black cast.
So
they don't think when you got black leads, a movie like Us would work.
So let's go on this, because this is the other conversation I wanted to get into. When you say they, you think of you're talking about the financiers of this movie.
Executives in Hollywood.
Those executives in Hollywood often white.
Of course.
Right? Okay. So I started thinking, I was like, how many movies do we get a year either about slavery, about black people being oppressed? Like, there's like 10 movies a year come out, right? It feels like about racism in America.
Or it's Tyler Perry style.
Right, but specifically racism,
Yeah.
right? Like we relive this time, or we relive we relive racism, right? And I'm like, does this happen in Germany? Like, do they have 10 Holocaust movies that come out a year that are produced in Germany about how horrible the Holocaust is?
I don't know, but I doubt it.
There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way it happens any other country in the world relives this experience. Now, so now I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, well, who's making these films, right? Sure, it could be black directors, sure, it could be black writer, but who's financing these films? White people are financing these films, right? I'm like, okay, so there's these rich white execs that are making movies about the atrocities of racism in America. And I go, wait a minute. There are black people here who experience racism every single day. They know what they feel, and oftentimes that is looked over, and they're told, "Hey, that might not have been racism, this, that, the other." So you put out a movie that exposes the racism, and they're like, "Finally, somebody's acknowledging what I go through." Right? Mm-hmm. But I don't think those execs give one fuck about being woke or acknowledging.
Duh.
I think, but let's get there. Right. You know that. But I think those execs are mining your fear.
They're cashing in on your pain.
Cashing
They're cashing
in on your
your
pain,
trauma. They're cashing in on your fear.
And
same
this
shit that newspapers and news channels do every day.
They're Fox News. They're no different
Not
than
just
Fox News.
Not just Fox.
Or CNN.
CNN, MSNBC is all fear mongering.
So exactly, right? So they're tapping into your fear and then monetizing it. And the sick thing about these motherfuckers is they won an Oscar too. They'll complain. They'll manipulate you, make money off of your fear from your real life and real pain that you went through, and then go, pat me on the back in front of all my friends. You disgusting piece of shit.
That's why
we're the only country in the world that relives these fucking racist moments every second, and it's not so we can learn. It's not so we can be better. It's not so we can improve.
It's
so
because
we
if
can
it bleeds, it leads.
Exactly. We can line the fucking pockets
Yeah.
of these execs. It is some sick shit, man.
That's why I don't give a fuck about slave movies, and I've been stopped watching slave movies because I've said for years now we have other stories.
Yeah.
Not only we have other stories historically, we have other stories that can be created.
And you know, some of those stories got nothing to do with your blackness. You know, there's some
Yeah.
stories that are
Bro,
like,
you're human.
yes,
There's certain things that we're all going to understand. Survival,
boom.
fear, you know what I'm saying? Sex, laughs. Like it's certain things that as a human being, you're just going to understand. And I think now is one of the, I don't want to say one of the first generations, but yeah, one of the first generations that is absolutely getting the chance artistically to just express things other than just black.
That's why this
Stories.
movie. That's why Jordan in this movie is so important.
Michael Jordan?
No, Jordan Peele.
Oh.
but
we can always find a way to make Michael Jordan important.
no matter what.
Yeah.
No, that's why Jordan in this movie is so important. And we were talking on Flagrant 2 about this. But there's some people knock Jordan because he's got a white wife.
You kind of got to know both perspectives.
Sure.
Jordan, for the longest,
Yeah.
has
Had a
not been
Latina
accepted
wife.
by the black community.
Okay.
Right?
Jordan Peele. Jordan
Yeah.
Peele. So he
We
understands.
didn't fuck with Key and Peele like
That's
that.
right, you're right.
I'm
Those
not
white
gonna, and
people.
I'm not. Listen, I think Jordan Peele, from what I'm seeing right now in the film world, is a genius.
Yep.
I was not a fan of Key and Peele.
Right.
Didn't diss him. Just my bar for that shit was very high.
Yeah.
I come from the In Living Color,
Yep.
Dave Chappelle era.
Yep.
Key and Peele wasn't doing for me. Every
Yep.
now and then I would see a sketch. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Yep.
That shit he doing in the film world is amazing.
Yeah.
So he kind of is in both worlds because he's a black man. You can't never get rid of that experience, but you do go home to a white woman. So your experience is maybe a little different.
Can I make a point about that?
Okay.
About that. Jordan Peele is a comedian.
Yeah.
His wife, who is white, is also a comedian.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Jordan Peele married a comedian. And I think what happens is, yeah, and I think that's missed by a lot of people, right? It's like a lot of times you identify with one thing and that dictates your identity, and then everything falls underneath that. Like, for example, if you're Muslim, right? You could be black and Muslim, you could be Arabic and Muslim,
Yeah.
you could be white and Muslim, but the first thing is Muslim. So if you're Muslim and you marry another Muslim, that's number one.
Yeah.
So that's two Muslims getting married. So I think if you're a comedian like Jordan, it's dictated your whole life, and then you connect with this other comedian, that's two comedians getting married. One happens to be black and one happens to be white.
Yeah.
If she was just some white lady that like runs a non-profit or some shit, then I'd be like, all right, what's going on here?
Yeah.
But I truly believe their bond is more based on being comics.
And I would think that it would be impossible to have an echo chamber in that house. Meaning that
That
he's-
1,000%.
He's black, she's white. They're both comedians, so they're always trying to look at things from different perspectives. So these conversations about race, these conversations about privilege, these conversations about class, like they all come from a different perspective all the time. Like
Always.
their dinner table is probably popping.
Popping.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like Get Out probably came from how
Going
he
to her
felt
family.
at a family reunion
Yes.
for her. Exactly. You know what I mean? Us might come from him having conversations with her about classism. I don't be honest with you, I don't know how Jordan grew up. So Jordan might have been on the other side. I don't know. But I'm just saying
Hey.
it's something to go into bed with a white woman every night, and especially a white comedian
Yeah.
that I'm sure sharpens his sword and gives him a different lens. to see-
1,000%.
to
It gives
see
you new
things through.
perspective. Like, how do we know Lupita isn't Jordan?
What do you mean?
How do we know the Lupita character isn't Jordan?
Oh,
Here's
yeah.
Jordan, this black guy,
Yeah.
that the wealth and success that he experienced was not initially within the black community.
Yeah.
It was within the luxurious confines of Hollywood, the
Yeah,
white
yeah.
world that was Hollywood, this wealthy, elitist world that Lupita lived in, right, in the show. He knows what he came from, but he was willing to turn a blind eye to it.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
maybe there were parts of him at times that were like, I would fight with my life not to go back there. I'd do anything I possibly could not to go back there.
Yeah.
And maybe this storytelling is like him realizing, wow, that was fucked up of me. That was fucked up. If I felt like that, other people must have felt like that in their life.
Yeah. That next horror movie about to be fire because the way Jordan is going.
Which one is the next one? Maz?
I don't know what the next one is, but I'm just saying, like, who is Jordan gonna relate to?
Son.
Because Jordan, you're putting yourself in rare air in an already rare space, which is Hollywood.
Son.
Black, white, Latino. Who the fuck is Jordan Peele gonna relate to in a minute? Seriously. We don't know how much us gonna end up making.
You said it made 80 already.
It made 70 the first weekend.
Wow.
I'm just assuming because it's Thursday
Right.
that it's probably made another 10, 15, 20 million, probably more.
Right.
Because Google that real quick, Taylor. Probably
I
more.
think it cost $20 million to make.
20 million to fucking make.
Probably spent
Get Out
60.
cost 4 to make.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But they got to promote it, so that's another maybe 50, 60 million that they're doing in the ads, right?
I don't know.
I think, or something like that.
Us. The budget for us was definitely way bigger than
Right.
than Get Out.
We want the budget for us.
And also
The
the,
budget was
promotional
20.
budget, because you got to, do the promo. But we're talking about profit in the first weekend. I mean, that is
$50 million profit
unbelievable.
in the first
Well,
fucking
you got to
weekend.
pay for the promo, right? You got to pay to take ads on TV and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
That's expensive.
I don't know how that works. I always hear about that. I don't know exactly how much.
But still, like to make profit the first. Anyway,
the best promo is getting is right now.
this is it. This
That-
combo
I'm
we're
telling you,
having.
that's the best art. Yo, when that movie was over, we stood outside of the movie theater for about another hour and a half.
Podcasting.
Having conversations
Essentially
about what the
podcasting.
fuck happened in the movie. And all week long, you go right to social media and you start
Mm-hmm.
talking about it. You know what I'm saying? You start Googling shit. It's all these think pieces. You start sharing think pieces. Like, Nyla sent me, salute to DJ Nyla Simone, she sent me a fucking article I sent her on Saturday. And I'm like, I sent you this Saturday. And she was like, oh, I meant to send that to my mom.
What was the article about?
It was about just us explained.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So basically, it was confirming a lot of the things that we already had, flushed through our head. How much is it?
The 70.3 million.
70.3
It
million.
made 70.3. So I think one of the things this movie shows you is humans don't want everything explained.
No, not in this era.
We want, like, you know what's fucking great about this?
No.
I really am riding this movie, but I it's rare that I get really inspired by some shit, and this was dope. You know what's so great about this shit is when you have all the streaming culture, and don't get me wrong, streaming is the future, but sometimes streaming stops this.
Yeah.
I don't know where you are in this show that's
Yes.
streaming, so we can't have the combo. We waited for a weekend for this
Yes.
movie to come out.
Yes.
Now it's ready to go. Everybody's seen it, and now we got this cultural event where it's like, all right, bet. What'd you think about the rabbits?
I was having this conversation the other day about Boondocks, right? Because I was like, because everybody wants Boondocks to come back. Boondocks come back. Like, yo, it'd be dope if it was on Netflix. Because I see people online saying that Boondocks on Netflix. I don't want Boondocks on Netflix.
You want some time.
In real time?
Yes.
Think about watching the R. Kelly episode of Boondocks in real time with social media, bro. Think about watching Chappelle back in the day with Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
This is where Netflix fucks up.
Game of Thrones can't be on fucking
Stop.
HBO on demand.
Stop it.
It's the real
one
time.
week. You got to give me one
Word up.
week at
Yes.
a time.
Yes.
Let me digest it. Let me talk to my boy. Let me text Taylor. Let me text Charles. Let me
Yeah,
text
yeah,
Alex.
yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
y'all seen it? Yeah. What do you think? This is da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
We love that.
Yeah.
Humans love that. The difference is this. We'll only do it with something we're invested in. So the tricky thing is, how do you get someone invested? How do you give away enough to get someone invested, but not give away at all? And this is how you do it. If the first season is 10 episodes, you give me the first 3. You give me the first 3 enough to get it hooked. If you notice the pilot episode of every sitcom, you get the first 20 minutes with no commercials.
Yeah.
That's their way of getting you in. So you hook me with the first 3 episodes. Now we're in. I watched the first 3 that night. First 3 weeks, the conversation percolates, but it's not popping. Then week 4, you come with a fucking banger.
Yeah,
And you let that water cooler talk go.
I can't think of no appointment TV nowadays except for Game of Thrones. That's not live.
It's a show.
Insecure definitely on Sunday nights. Yeah, I give it that. I can't think of nothing else. Like,
It's
what-
a show is live on Twitter.
The
Nah,
Shy,
Shy,
not
nah.
yet. Not yet. I love the Shy, but not yet. It's not like a.
It's not appointment viewing.
Exactly.
It might
It's not-
get there,
yeah,
but it's
yeah,
not
yeah,
there
yeah,
yet.
Not yet. It's not.
Oh,
This is us.
This
yeah,
is
yeah,
us.
yeah. This is us.
Huge.
I don't watch that shit.
Maybe
No, I'm just saying that I don't think it's about streaming or not streaming. It just has to be good.
No, that's not true.
Bird Box.
So
Ooh,
Bird Box.
okay, you
Bird
got a
Box.
point.
So here's the difference, right? With Bird Box, right? A movie is contained. We know you see the movie, it's done, there's nothing coming after, there's no spoiler because it's like, bro, you had the 2 hours, go watch the movie. Now we have the conversation about it.
Yeah.
An ongoing show, it could be 8 episodes, 10 episodes.
Oh, with Bird Box, we weren't doing minute by minute, play by play. We were doing the memes
Afterwards, yeah.
And if you didn't know what the fuck that was, you're like, what the fuck is this
Moving on,
blindfold shit?
done. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
talking about them play by play, like, oh shit, did you see the red wedding? Holy shit, what the fuck just happened? And like, imagine watching the movie, right? Like, imagine we watching us in real time.
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine that shit came on TV.
Yes.
At the end of that movie, everybody would have been like, "What the fuck did
Yes.
I just watch?
Yes,
what the fuck
dude.
did just happen?" Like, I don't know. I just feel like that's the only way to do any art nowadays. Like, you gotta create some type of
You
conversation
have to have
from it.
the intimacy. It's like people will wait for the Breakfast Club interview because they know they know how to trust you.
Yeah, yeah,
Do you see what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like they're like, oh, blah 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 was on the Breakfast Club. Boom, I'm watching that tomorrow because they trust and have an intimate relationship with you guys. You know, they're not gonna go watch some interview with Xavier, whoever the fuck that is, because they don't know. They don't know about that guy.
Yeah,
They're not
yeah.
gonna wait weeks for that. They have no clue how Xavier's gonna interview him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Remind me to tell you something too, because I thought about something I don't want to say on the air because I'm really doing a great troll right now, and it's so amazing to watch.
can we talk a little or
Nah,
not?
I don't want to say it. It's just amazing. It's amazing to watch. But
right. I'm
Us is a
writing it
great
down.
fucking movie.
I want to. Oh, my bad. Go. Because I want to
think-
talk to you about an interview you did on Breakfast Club.
Us is a great fucking movie.
Yeah.
I think that y'all should go see it if you haven't seen it. I don't even know if our takes on it are correct, but I don't think we're far off at all.
But that's why it's art, man. This could be a lot of things.
Yeah.
He made a movie that could be a lot of things. And I promise you, even though it might feel like we gave away the end, you would have figured that out 30 minutes into the movie.
No, I didn't.
Oh, really? You didn't?
I didn't see that shit coming.
Interesting. My boy said he saw it. My boy
I
got
didn't
it.
see. Of course, after the fact. Tell me during the movie.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah. I mean, in Us, the reason why I started to pick up on it in Us is because you start to see like the animalistic side of Lupita come out. When she was in her fights, she would start going, right?
I thought she was just doing that to save her kids. To me, I thought that was just the mother,
Hey.
how mothers react when people trying to kill your
Those
kids.
are her kids, but one of her kids knew.
Oh, Jason knew at the end.
No, the little kid, yeah.
The little boy, yeah, because
but
he was sitting in the locker.
He knew before.
He said what?
He knew before. He knew the second he saw Lupita kill the white lady.
Really?
Also, I'd like to point out, did you see how efficiently that white family killed itself?
Oh, they did that shit like their fucking father had just lost their job.
Bro, yeah.
Like they did that shit like the stocks just fucking crashed. It's a goddamn movie.
So it's like, but
That was an ill part of the movie too. The kid's name was Jason. He wore a mask throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
Jordan had little shit
Little
in there,
shit.
bro. Like when the kid was walking on the beach with the Jaws shirt on. Like people forget Jaws was a movie about some shit that came from underground and was eating the fucking more fortunate.
Oh shit.
Yeah, yo, that shit had some ill little shit in there. He had some ill little nods in there.
Can you tell me what the frisbee thing was? Remember
I
the
didn't catch the frisbee
frisbee
shit.
lands on the towel.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
at the
I
beach,
remember.
and it lands perfectly on the circle.
I remember that, but I don't
And
know
then
what that fucking-
Lupita had a big reaction to it, but I didn't understand what the reaction was. Remember, she's sitting with the white lady,
I remember that.
and then later that say they're like, "There's all these coincidences that are happening. I think they're happening for a reason." But what was it about that?
It landed right on the circle, like perfectly. Remember, she moved it, and the blanket was circles.
But
and
what
it
does that
was
mean?
But what-
directly- But I think that was meant to be like things are aligning. Like she keeps saying.
I thought there was something about what was on the frisbee, the star.
Maybe it was just to say that everything you see in this movie was supposed to happen. Like, don't even feel sorry for the doppelganger. Don't feel sorry for the real Lupita because she was supposed to be here in this moment.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for the real Lupita who could communicate and go down there and talk to all the people who didn't communicate, they wouldn't know what was going on
Up there.
in the real world. So she was there to lead that revolt. So everything is meant to be. So don't feel sorry for her. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. That could be it.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Yes, Taylor.
Why, if they copied each other?
Come.
Oh, she was waiting on you to ask
No,
her that. Oh my
no,
God. Oh my
No,
fucking
no,
God.
I seriously have a question.
We're just saying so that we can hear you. Go
You
on.
know how you said that they copied the doppelganger, whatever, they copied the regular people,
Yeah.
whatever, right? So when the regular Lupita was downstairs, why they just switched? So wouldn't she have copied the other one anyway?
No, that's what we were saying earlier, right? That like the reason why she was so easily avoiding all her punches and all her swings is because
She already knew.
what she was
Yeah,
doing.
didn't they share the same conscience or some
Exactly.
shit like that?
But the tethered, which is the one below,
Yeah.
has to copy what the one above does.
That's okay.
Now, since they switched,
Wait a minute. Okay, go ahead.
right? Since they switched, now the one below,
Has to copy him.
no, is actually the one tethered.
Frisbee, explain.
Oh, okay. Give me 1 second. Now the one below is actually the one still in charge. It just so happened they're below. So that's why whenever the one above, who was the original one below, was swinging, the one below, who was the original one above, was like, I know you're gonna swing because you do whatever I tell you to do.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
You're not. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
That's why it was easy, and that's why they were doing that ballet analogy, right? It was like every time you did those ballet moves, I knew the ballet moves because you made me dance. When you were dancing up there, I was dancing downstairs.
Well, no, wouldn't it be the other way around? Wouldn't it be the one? See, I didn't understand that part because the one dancing downstairs was the real one. So she's the one who would have known how to dance.
That's why the one upstairs danced.
Because the one downstairs danced. Okay, got you.
That's
All
what
right.
Frisbee means. The
Yeah.
Frisbee, the red one was below, the blue dot it landed on was on top, and it landed exactly perfectly on top because it aligned with everything that the one below was doing up top.
So George's the blood. George's the blood that.
It's symbolizing that the one down is going to land on top of the other one and do exactly the same thing.
Okay.
Listen, Us is a great movie. Go see it. We got a lot of other shit to get to, man, because
Should we do an ad?
black celebrities is not letting white celebrities breathe when it comes to fuck shit at all. This
Oh
shit.
no.
But I gotta
Let's do. Okay, guys. Other than your absolute best friends, who could you ask to bring you red wine at 4 p.m., sushi at 9 p.m., and a breakfast burrito at 8 a.m.? Nobody. You know that for a fact, okay? Well, nobody besides Postmates. Postmates is your personal food delivery, grocery delivery, whatever you can think of delivery service all year round, okay? You don't have to leave the house anymore. You got your podcast that you listen to, and you got Postmates to deliver your food so you do not die, deliver your water so you do not die. Postmates really saves your life when you think about it, okay? Download the app for iOS or Android for free. Browse local restaurants, businesses, and track your delivery 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Postmates will bring you whatever the hell you want within the hour. Think about that. Anything you're craving, Postmates can deliver. They're the largest on-demand network in the known universe with more than 25,000 partner merchants. So for a limited time, Postmates is giving our listeners $100. Take that in for a second. You're getting $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days. I can't even believe that they're offering this. You're stupid if you don't get on this immediately right now. If you don't pause this podcast and get your free $100, you are crazy. You got to start with your free deliveries. That's code IDIOTS, okay? You just use code IDIOTS. You get $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days when you download the Postmates app. Get anything you need anytime you need it. Download Postmates and save with the code IDIOTS. Stop playing around, okay? Get your money, and we are back. Look at that perfect timing. You did an interview this week with a very interesting presidential candidate.
I love him.
He is gaining steam. I think he's going to be very big.
I love him.
Mayor Pete Buttigieg or something like that.
Pete Buddha guess.
Buttigieg. One second.
Buddha.
So Pete Buttigieg, right?
Nah, that's not. What's his name? What's his name? Buddha guess. Buddha guess. Hold on.
So
Buddha guess.
whatever. He's gay and his last name starts with butt. So I think it's funny. But the reality of the matter is this. This guy is gaining a lot of steam. And you asked an interesting question.
That can't be his name. Buddha Edge.
Yeah.
That's not how it is.
Buttigieg.
Pete Buddha Edge.
Whatever. Who does?
I don't know.
Point
Mayor
is,
Pete.
Mayor Pete.
Yeah.
There's a reason they call him Mayor Pete, not Mayor Buttigieg.
God damn it, you're right.
Okay. You said an interesting thing to him. There's a moment you're talking to him, and then you're like, man, this is weird, man, but like I believe you, and that's an uncomfortable feeling or it's an awkward feeling. And he takes a second and he goes, yeah, isn't that crazy?
He said, yeah, it's crazy to hear a politician actually answer a question.
Answer a question.
Jesus Christ.
And you are reacting the way that most people react to authenticity. It was a magnet. You're like, I fucking like this guy.
Yeah.
Why do I like him? I might not agree with him on everything.
Yeah.
But he's at least fucking telling me the truth.
And you cannot fake that.
Boom.
I don't give a fuck. You cannot fake it. You know when somebody's bullshitting you. You know when somebody may just be saying some things that you want to hear. That, what he got, you can't fake it. I know it. I feel it. I've been around it my whole life. I like the guy. And you know what I like about that shit more than anything?
Tell me why.
It doesn't matter if he's white.
Peter Buttigieg.
Buttigieg. There you go. Buttigieg.
Yeah.
Buttigieg.
Yeah.
Don't matter if he's white, Don't matter if he's gay.
Peter Booty Fudge.
Shut up, man. Stop it. You know how hard it was not to let those jokes fly.
I know. I saw you fucking boiling.
like, you know how hard it was? I think he'd have been a good sport about it. Of
course.
He would have been. I just didn't want to do that on our first.
He still eats Chick-fil-A and they think
Go
he's going to
around.
hell.
Bruh, that right there, I'm going to be honest with you.
Sold.
That and the
Tell
Eminem
him.
shit.
Tell him.
That and the Eminem
No,
shit.
tell him the Chick-fil-A thing.
because
If they haven't seen.
I was. It was kind of like the part 2 of a conversation we had about Eminem, because he says he's an Eminem fan.
Oh, I didn't see that part.
And I was like, yo, that's a huge contradiction, right? Because Eminem has such homophobic lyrics. And he was like, yo, Eminem makes me feel empowered. He was like, I'm a white kid from the Midwest. So when I hear a song like White America, he's like, you know, that shit make me felt, he said that overpowers
the hate
that he may spew. And I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? So then I asked him about Chick-fil-A later on, and he was like, I don't agree with their politics. I love their chicken. Man, we live in this world of fucking extremes where people act like nuance doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, like, I can't like part of you if you're X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if the chicken is good, the chicken is good. They got homophobia, we know. You know what I'm saying? But the chicken is banging. It's okay to say that. If I say I like it, that is a perfect answer. I like the chicken, I disagree with the politics. Why can't people see that that could absolutely be the case?
Why do you think? So much value in taking people down, maybe?
We just live in a world of extremes where people just have to have, you know, one or the other. It has to be the whole totality of something.
Why, though? Why is that?
I'm going to be honest with you, I have no idea.
But it seems like there's certain people which don't have to exist within those totalities.
It depends how much they like you.
Yes. If we like you, we make exceptions. The way I look at it is it's kind of like grandparents.
Yeah.
Right? It's like your grandma or your grandpa loves you, and you love them, and you know that they do anything for you, right? Now, your grandma and grandpa might also be homophobic. They might also be racist, right? But you kind of look past that.
That's grandpa. It's grandma.
Because you like the chicken.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I think it's like that with artists too, though, right?
Look at Cardi B.
Look at R. Kelly.
Look at R. Kelly. Look
Bill
at
Cosby.
Michael. Look at all these people, right? Like, you see blatant flaws, but there's things that you like so much about them, so you look the other way.
But why can't we just say, that was fucked up what they did, that was fucked up what they said, but I still fuck with them?
I
don't understand why I got to be a all or nothing.
Yeah, no,
type thing.
I'm with you. It's just an interesting thing. Like, it kind of exposes cancel culture a bit, because it's like, you don't really hate this act. You don't like this person. You're using the act to justify you not liking them. Like, what Cardi B got going on right now with, like, saying that she used to drug men and steal their money or something like that. And it's like, if, Alex and I were talking on the way over, and Alex was like, man, if any dude said this, it's over for him, especially in the Me Too movement. Used to drug women and steal their money. Like, that's crazy.
I've been giving this some thought.
Talk to me.
First of all, I think it's a false equivalency to say like surviving Cardi B and to compare Cardi B to motherfucking Bill Cosby.
No.
I'm gonna tell you why it's a false equivalency. It's a 100% accurate equivalence when it comes to drugging someone.
Right.
Period. Robbery and rape are two totally different charges that would carry two totally different sentences and consequences in a court of law.
Good point.
Right?
Yeah, it's a good point.
They're both predatory crimes.
Right, but different types of drugs.
One is a sexual predatory crime. Now, everybody in this room would much rather be drugged and robbed than drugged and raped.
100%.
I don't care if you're a male or motherfucking female.
Unless it's by Cardi B, rape me.
Now listen, I want everybody to pay attention to this because I know what everybody's saying right now. They're going to try to take that little clip and say, look, he's justifying what Cardi said. No, that's not what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just letting you know that it's a difference between rape and robbery.
Right.
Okay? Both fucked up, but rape is, to me, rape is high motherfucking level. Not saying robbery isn't, but come on, man, it's levels.
Totally different.
Like, it's murder, it's rape.
Totally
then the
different.
robbery and shit is like, that's out here.
Yeah.
Not making light of anything that she did or anything that she said.
Right.
What she said was foul, but this is what I equate it to. Cardi wasn't a drug dealer. Cardi was a part of another underworld, some could say, which was the stripper era. You know what I'm saying? New York strippers, not even just New York strippers all throughout the country. Some of them do grimy shit just like that. Growing up, they always tell you, don't go to sleep with a slipper. Go to sleep with a swipper? What the fuck am I trying to say? My list just fucking fucked me up just now. Don't go to sleep with a stripper.
Yeah.
Because you'll wake up with nothing.
Yeah,
I've
man.
been knowing.
I think we got doppelganger Charlamagne here.
Listen, I've been knowing about this culture before
Right.
I moved to motherfucking New York City. That
Right.
strippers used to do shit like that. Does anybody not remember that big ass stripper shit that happened in New York about 3 years ago when they took down this ring of strippers because they was drugging these elitist men and robbing them? They got like 200 grand out of these motherfuckers. You don't remember that story?
No.
Yes.
Player. They did that
You said what?
They did that to a Knicks player.
I don't remember the Knicks player shit. I'm sure that it did happen.
Right.
But there was a big thing. Like, this was a thing. So to be surprised that a former stripper in New York is talking about drugging and robbing men is like being surprised that a drug dealer carries a gun. None of it is right. I'm not justifying it, saying none of it is right.
It's just normalized within the culture.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about this. This is what I liken it to get to my point.
Yeah.
We watch interviews all the time with male rappers talking about some of the most heinous, violent crimes ever. Doing home invasions, tying people up, shooting people, killing people, robbing people. Why does that not shock us? But this woman saying they drugged and robbed men shock people. Like, we shouldn't be normalized to any of it.
Sure.
Shouldn't we be as triggered about what Cardi said as we are about what all the other male
100%.
rappers say?
100%.
Watch a Vlad TV, fucking go down a Vlad TV rabbit hole and listen to some of the wild shit these dudes on there talk about doing and have done. That doesn't trigger you? Like, it's all violent crimes at the end of the day.
It's a great point.
All of it. So I'm kind of like shocked at the shock, so to speak. I am. I'm being totally honest. I get it. I get it if you didn't know anything about that lifestyle and about that culture.
I'm shocked at the shock.
I'm shocked at the shock.
Do you think there's some part where it's, because this reaction is mostly from men, right?
Oh, you know what that's about.
Talk to me.
It's because men have been on this Men Too thing for a long time.
Yes.
And you got a lot of guys, for whatever reason, still ride with R. Kelly. You got a lot of guys who still ride with Bill Cosby. A lot of guys who feel like the Me Too Time's Up movement is only attacking black men. They're not coming after white men. They're not coming after women. So
Right.
now it's one of those situations where, okay, Cardi said something that's honestly not even in the same ballpark as what Bill Cosby did, other than the drugging.
Right.
Right? And they're like, look, get her. Get her the fuck out of here. Why y'all not muting her music?
So this is men being snowflakes. So, because
In a
all these
way,
men,
yeah.
all these men are completely fine with the misogynistic lyrics in their favorite rappers' raps, and the second something comes out from an interview 3 years ago where you, the man, could be the victim,
Yeah.
and keep in mind, when these rappers are talking about like killing people and that kind of shit, they're talking about rival drug dealers. So the average guy's like, that couldn't be me. But the average guy might pay for some pussy. And now the fact that a lyric or a line or an interview affected their regular lives,
Yeah.
now all of a sudden we're like, how could they? This
Yeah.
is wrong.
Yeah.
This is bad. You sound like a bunch of pussies.
Listen,
a
Carlos-
bunch of fucking male snowflakes.
Carlos Miller, who is far from a snowflake.
What he say?
Carlos Miller said, Cardi B said she drugged men and robbed them. I'm a man and I'm not outraged or offended. Those men were breaking the law anyway by soliciting sex for hire.
Facts. You started it. You started it. Real talk.
Listen, I don't agree with none of it, right? But I'm never going to deal with selective morality, right? I try to always be aware,
Right.
You know what I'm saying, of any type of selective morality. Right is right, wrong is wrong.
Right.
What Cardi said was absolutely positively wrong.
Mm-hmm.
There's no question about it. I wish she hadn't have said it in that way. I wish
Mm-hmm.
she would have explained it in a book. You know what I'm saying? Or explained it in an in-depth interview somewhere. You know what I mean? Because that was her lifestyle. Like, that was who she was. She said, I did a lot of foul shit. You either want the truth or you don't want the truth. The truth is, that is how a lot of strippers in New York City used to get motherfucking down. Not even just New York, across the world. And probably still are out here in these motherfucking streets. So you either want that harsh reality or you don't. So I wish she had never motherfucking said it. But forgot what the fuck I was gonna say. I do. I'm saying all I'm saying is that she was absolutely positively wrong for what she said, but maybe that's what I was trying to say. That's just the harsh reality of what the fuck it is.
Hi, Chris.
You just walked in right at the right time. We're talking about Cardi B.
Yeah.
Right.
But
That's what makes it.
and it's my thing too, right? What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Like I that's the other thing I want to know. Like, what is the punishment for these things?
They want payback punishment. They want, hey, we were taken out for this shit. Why aren't y'all taken out for this shit? That's what it. But you have to understand, Taylor goes exactly right.
Yeah.
But that happens in every single way, right? There's a lot of people right now that are very happy that Jussie Smollett got off for the same reason. They're like, oh, y'all get off with shit, so this is what it's like when we get off with shit, right? So again, there's more selective morality, and I think the thing that we have to start realizing as people is our moralities are selective. We're cool with grandma saying fucked up shit because we love her. We're cool with Cardi. Some of us are cool with Cardi saying fucked up shit because we love her. But we're not going to be cool with someone we hate even breaking our moral compass in the slightest way.
I think it's a great exercise. And the reason I think it's a great exercise is because when things happen to people that you actually know, when things happen to people that you actually fuck with, it gives you more empathy for when something happens with somebody that you don't fuck with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
That's why I'm happy that
it ain't my fault I don't fuck with you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't my fault. It ain't your fault either.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't have any issue with Jussie Smollett. Never have. Jussie's always been cool.
Yeah.
When the situation first happened, I told y'all, I didn't believe it, but
Yeah.
I didn't have no reason to say I don't believe it.
Yes.
Because he could absolutely, positively be telling the truth. Guess what? Right now, I still think he's lying, but I don't know if he's lying for sure.
Of course he's lying.
I'm sure, listen, I'm sure he is too, but I just wasn't there to see it for myself.
Fact, I get it.
So I'm going to say, if you ask me, this is just Charlamagne.
Yeah.
99.9% of he's lying, but it's like a 0.0-something% chance that he's not. That's
Sure.
just how I
Sure.
personally feel. But this ain't no victory lap. Listen, I'm happy he's not. First of all, he wasn't gonna do no jail time anyway.
Right.
It was gonna be community service
and then they
regardless,
just
with all of
admonish
those counts
it.
and
Right.
everything.
So my feeling on the Jussie thing is I'm actually happy
Why?
because I think it shows Black Americans and minority Americans that privilege is not just a white thing. That there's
If y'all ain't learned that from OJ, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with y'all.
sometimes you need like a constant reminder.
A new
right?
one.
A new
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
because OJ was one of the most famous black people in the history of America.
The most.
Jussie's just a gay side character on a show nobody cares about anymore. So it's like you have, and that's what Hollywood privilege can give
First
you.
of all, he's the gay Tupac.
My man, you're right. You're right.
According to
You're
Van
right.
Jones, he's the Jackie Robinson of the LGBT community. So he's more than a gay side
Oh, wow.
character.
He would pick someone who plays with bats and balls.
Hey. Gay Rod.
Gay Robin, Gay-Lo.
Listen, go ahead.
So I guess what I'm saying is like, hey, it's like this eye-opening event. Like, hey, it's not just white people that have privilege, right? It's rich people have privilege.
Well, that's what-
Hollywood has privilege, right? Politicians have privilege. People in positions of power or close to power are gonna get this special treatment, and those of us who are not close to power or those of us who are not wealthy, and again, being a cop, there's privilege there. That's proximity to power. And while maybe the average white person might get away with more than the average black person, if you were a black person in Hollywood, you ain't getting clipped for shit.
That ain't true.
Like who?
Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby is in
Took them
jail.
150 years.
And he had a good run. He had a good fucking run.
R. Kelly's still not in jail. Like there's these
Give him a
things.
minute.
Man, we've been
Jussie,
waiting.
hey, Jussie made it bad for R. Kelly.
Whoa.
Oh, they're gonna make an example out of R.
They gotta get someone.
Man, listen to
Gotta
me.
get one of those guys in Chicago.
Listen, the mayor is mad as fuck at Jussie
I
right
know,
now.
bro.
The police are mad at Jussie. I'm gonna tell you something else that's gonna mess Jussie up, and I thought about this today, right? Rahm Emanuel is
Mayor of Chicago.
Mayor of Chicago, but Ari Emanuel's brother.
Ari Emanuel owns the biggest
He's
agency
the biggest agent
in
in
the
Hollywood.
world.
He is who Ari
Ari Gold from Entourage is based on.
off.
WME. William
That's
Morrison
his
Denver.
brother.
Yep.
You saw how pissed off Rom was on the news.
Oh.
So imagine Rom talking to his
Jussie not
brother.
working.
Bruh.
Jussie not working.
Man, it's gonna be rough after Empire's over for Jussie, bruh.
Yeah.
It's gonna be rough. And I think it's because of that relationship. Rom talking to Ari, and Ari seeing how pissed off Rom is. Rom probably giving Ari all the shit that wouldn't come out in court because Jussie was smart to take a deal. It's a what do they call it? A deferred prosecution deal. So the $10,000 bond that he gave up, that goes to the state.
Okay.
Parts of the case will be sealed, so you'll never know exactly what happened.
Right.
And I think he had to do some community services, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a deferred prosecution deal. So the mayor knows that. Think the mayor didn't tell Ari and all this shit like that?
Yeah,
You think
no,
that they're
mayor's
not going
tight.
to hold a grudge?
Oh.
Ari's like, oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry.
We're going to handle this.
Don't
We're
worry.
going to handle this our way.
Woo! If you don't see Jussie around after this, after Empire, that's the reason why. Wow. Maybe I should take this out in case I don't be in that motherfucker working no more.
Wait, what?
I'm not in Hollywood anyway. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
But I'm just that is going to be the reason Jussie doesn't work anymore because of that dynamic, right, motherfucking there. I'm gonna tell you what else was interesting about the Jussie shit this week.
What's that?
The fact that the Robert Mueller shit happened this week and the fucking Mueller report came out and it was literally the exact same verbiage. I'm watching CNN
Free
last
my
night.
man Trump. Free my man Trump, y'all.
Listen,
Free my man Trump.
I'm watching CNN last night and they are putting on the ticker the similarities between the Jussie Smollett Donald Trump case. I hate America for this type of shit. I really do. I don't want to see pop culture blending with my politics, but it's because we have a celebrity in the motherfucking White House.
Right.
But it's the same verbiage. He was exonerated of nothing. You know what I'm saying?
So the Mueller thing is interesting because, and I had said this on this podcast, you know, for a while now, but I didn't believe that there was collusion for a second. But the reason why was, think about it like this, right? Think about if you're Robert Mueller, right? And the idea that you're investigating is whether Donald Trump is essentially an operative of Russia, an operative of foreign power, right? So you're investigating this shit for what, a year and a half, 2 years, something like that? During this year and a half, 2 years, Donald Trump could be doing irreparable damage to the world, to America's standing in the world, and to the future of America in terms of pulling out of Syria and all these other strategic moves that could potentially help Russia and cripple America in terms of more influence. If you're Robert Mueller and you thought even for a second that it was possible that Trump was actually a Russian operative, they're getting that motherfucker out of there.
That's why they had to investigate.
Right, but my point is, like, the second you saw some smoke, you'd be like, hey, it's a big fire. You got to get this motherfucker out of here because he's handing over the Middle East to Russia.
Well, there might have been smoke. They just might not have found the fire they was looking for.
I guess what I'm saying is, like, the stakes are so high that if there was even a little smoke, you want to talk to some people, right? You're going to at least go, guys, you got to handle this shit because if I keep on going for 2 years on this, America's standing in the world could forever be changed.
It still might be.
It might. I feel like they knew the whole time that wasn't the case. And he went through the investigation because you have to. But I feel
Listen,
like...
there's nothing wrong with investigating.
No, investigations are fine.
This is my thing. I don't have any problem with due process.
Right.
That's what we're supposed to have, Mr.
Sure.
Court of Public Opinions out there. You're supposed to have due process. Shit is not supposed to be tried in the Court of Public Opinion.
But make sure it's real, because this was tried in the court of public opinion, right? This was all these people going on CNN every single day, and there was all these people tweeting every single day, hey, he's a Russian operative. Like, we were talking about ex-CIA and FBI folks saying he's a Russian operative. Like, you are really tearing apart the fabric of America when you say the leader of the country is a Russian operative. That's
Listen,
crazy.
It could be quite possible Donald Trump knew nothing about this shit. It could be quite possible that Russians did infiltrate the 2016 election, which has been
They
proven.
absolutely did.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean
But that don't mean
Correct.
he might not have known shit.
Correct.
Would you tell that motherfucker? You think they told him about UFOs yet? Absolutely goddamn not. Because they know he would tweet about this shit. There's a certain shit you cannot tell him. I would not make him privy to a lot of things. Because let's be for real. This is the one thing we keep forgetting about Donald Trump, and I don't know why people don't realize this shit. He's not from that ilk, bro. Y'all can sit there, y'all can talk about the presidency all you want. That shit is a fraternity. That shit is a cult. It's a certain kind of cloth that all those presidents are cut from. He is not from that ilk.
Right.
And they know it. They're not giving him all of that shit, man.
Yeah, they can't give him
They
access
ain't up
to
in Area
everything.
51. They
Yeah.
not putting him onto that shit.
No, you can't.
No.
No, you can't. You can't give him access to everything. But who decides? Who decides what the president gets to know? That's fucking crazy. Like, whose job is that?
The powers that be that we don't see. The people that really make this motherfucking world go around.
And then who puts them in charge?
The tethered.
Yo, real talk.
The fucking tethered. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I listen, man. The moral of the story for me with the Jussie Smollett and Trump shit, both of them just need to shut the fuck up forever.
Right.
When it comes to all of this shit. If I'm Donald Trump, I'm never talking about collusion with Russia. If I'm fucking Jussie Smollett, I'm never talking about collusion with Nigerians. I'm not talking about this shit no more. And I'm gonna tell you why. The more they motherfucking talk, they both sound like they fucking lying. Jussie shouldn't say shit about this anymore. You know what you do now? Hey, Trump, no collusion, cool.
Yeah.
Jussie, charges got dropped. They say they didn't exonerate you or nothing, cool. Let the court of public opinion duke it out.
Dude.
Let the court of public opinion duke it out. Because that's all we can do from this point on. All we can do is be like, nah, he colluded. Nah, he didn't collude. Nah, he faked the hoax.
True.
Nah, he didn't fake the hoax.
Yeah.
That's all we can do at this point.
Yo.
Don't give anybody
Yeah,
any more
that's right.
ammo to finally figure you the fuck out.
Yeah.
Both of them shit is sealed.
Boom, we
Jussie
done.
shit is sealed.
Moving
Trump
on.
is sealed. Keep it the fuck
Lock the
moving.
door.
Shut the fuck up.
Dude, if you're somebody who hates Jussie Smollett, like you're an ex-boyfriend whose, heart was broken by him, now is the time to beat him up. Right? Like,
What do you mean?
Because no one's going to believe it.
Wow.
Like, right? If you beat up Jussie Smollett,
I didn't know you meant physically.
no,
I thought you.
I'm saying if you beat up Jussie Smollett with a MAGA hat on and then a nuisance and bleach, you think he's really
That's
going to
fucked
come
up.
to
No,
the
that is
news?
fucked up. Jussie is really the boy who cried wolf at this point.
That's it.
Word is born.
You
That's
got
fucked
3
up.
shots at Jussie right
That's
now.
fucked up. That's
Even
fucked up.
and actually, if you're black, it works even better. Because
Yeah.
if he goes to the police now and goes, honestly, seriously, this time 2 black guys with MAGA hats on and
Get the
nooses
fuck
and
out of
police.
here, Jussie.
Yo,
Keep it the fuck moving.
son.
All right?
3 shots, bro.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. What is this? Oh, yeah, I saw that. Jordan
What's
said
that?
he don't see himself casting a white dude as the lead in this movie. I don't blame him. It wouldn't be as fun unless he does a... If he the same way he's putting black people in roles, he had to put a white person in a role like that.
Who's that? Who's this?
Jordan Peele said that. I'm saying...
About what?
Put him in a role that you've never seen before. That's what he said. I read that article earlier. He was like, I've seen white guys play everything. Like, what could I position a white man as that we've never seen before?
Yeah, the M'Baku character, the Winston Duke character, we've seen that white guy tons,
Yeah.
right? We've seen that
Yeah.
white guy tons.
It's better when it's a black guy.
Because it's new, it's
new.
novel.
Yeah, it's
and
new.
it's important.
Yeah.
Show a washed black dude.
By the way, 90% of us are washed.
But you don't act like it, and there's not a space for you to have that.
Yeah.
And the second you show up to Breakfast Club washed and they take a picture, they go, "Oh shit, look at Charlamagne."
I mean, it was some
wearing
fucking slippers on right there. That's me. I'm washed. I'm happily washed.
But like what you do, which is brilliant, is you get ahead of the story. Like you wear the same Hanes shirt, but you'll be like, "I get all my shirts at Target," and then they'll be like, "Oh, I bet he gets his shirt." Oh, he said it already.
I do get my shirt at Target. What's
But I'm
wrong with
saying,
Target?
nothing is, but like you
Yeah.
gotta get ahead of the story. You think I need to explain my outfits? I come here dressed like a fucking kaleidoscope every week, and I don't gotta say shit.
You had a moment where you was explaining your sneaker game. They was on your ass on fucking.
But I had one pair of Jordans.
Woo!
Yo, that shit was hot. That shit was hot for me for a minute, son. That shit got real hot. Charlotte, tell them what happened.
I remember that tweet like it was yesterday. Somebody came in Andrew's shoe game. Andrew was like, "Come on, bro." What the fuck did you say? I
forget.
He
I
was
think
like,
I
"Come
just
on,
texted
bro.
you."
I only got one pair of Jordans. Give me some slack." That shit was fucked up. I feel like we didn't put a button on the Cardi B or the Pete Booty Butt. Pete Booty
Butt.
Booty
Pete
Judge
Booty
story.
Butt. Talk to me. Put a button on it.
No, I'm just saying. Listen, my thing is this. I think Cardi was dead wrong, right? But once again, it's hard to have selective morality when it comes to hip hop because
Especially that genre.
yeah, because most of these guys are from the street. So I'm like,
Yeah.
when you hear a guy in an interview talk about killing somebody, when you hear a guy in an interview talking about doing a home invasion. When you hear a guy in the interview talking about, robbing people for drugs, killing people for drugs, like that's essentially what she did. I don't liken what she did to fucking Bill Cosby.
Also, she didn't even really rob him. She like overcharged.
Oh, no. She said she used to drug and rob.
No, I know, but like they were already going to pay for a pussy. Right? And she just took a little more.
Oh, I see
so
what you're
we don't
saying.
even know if they would have tipped.
Yeah. The clip they're circulating now, they got another clip, and I remember this video because in context, she was talking about what she would do if she caught her man cheating.
Right.
And she said she would drug him and do a threesome with her and a transgender.
Offset.
Hey, man. Listen, in no world.
Offset did cheat.
No, I pray not.
But didn't he cheat? Wasn't that the big issue?
Black men don't cheat. Listen, in a perfect world.
Yo, I'm bringing back cheating, yo. Real talk, cheating's coming back, yo. Cheating's coming back 2019. I'm bringing back cheating,
bringing back
bro.
cheating? You gonna get a girlfriend just to cheat on
I'm
her?
bringing back cheating, bro.
You gonna get a girl just to cheat on her?
I'm gonna get a girl just to cheat on her, man.
Why?
I need to
Why
bring
you
back
gonna
cheating.
cheat?
Yo, you know why? Because we should.
Why?
Because we gotta bring back cheating, bro. Cheating is, yo. People don't realize this. Like, this is how selfish women are, man.
Okay.
Because I was thinking about this, right? Like, you'll date a girl, right? This is back in the day when you were dating, way back in the day. You
Yeah.
date a girl,
When I had a
right?
hairline.
Right, when you had a whole head of hair.
Yeah.
Man, you must have been cheating a lot then,
Couldn't
bro.
tell me nothing. As soon as God humbled my ass, let me sit my washed ass down somewhere, okay? Let me love who loves me when I don't have a haircut. All right? When my shit is in the middle of my motherfucking scalp like this, that's what I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. Okay?
Stephen A. Charlamagne.
I'm telling you. I think I might got Stephen A.
Oh, you definitely got him. This shit
Don't
is
worry, I'm
horrible.
going to do some shit in a minute.
Say what?
I'm going to do some shit in a minute.
Oh, you getting it?
I ain't going to do that shit, though. I got some other fly shit.
All right,
I'm
we'll
gonna do.
figure it out. Okay, so back to
You'll
this thing.
see.
This cheating thing, right? So, we're dating a girl, right?
Yeah.
Dating a girl, okay? I don't put any rules on her. She doesn't put any rules on me. Because she doesn't know if she likes me yet.
Yeah.
The second you, Taylor, let's say we're dating, the second you realize that you like me, you say to me, hey, we should stop fucking other people. Why? Why do I gotta suffer because you like me?
Oh, so if you don't like her, well, that's different. But you gotta let her know where you stand, or you gotta let her know, like, I'm
But
sorry,
I only
Mom.
gotta let her know because she decided to like me.
And
like,
you should tell her. You should be like, look, I'm not into you like that. Like, I love the sex. I like kicking it with you, but I'm not really the type that wants to be with a girl.
and then you get upset at me, but you're upset at me because you like me. That's not my fault.
But you gotta keep it 100 with her and tell her, I don't like you the way you like
But
me.
we only gotta keep it 100 once they start liking us.
You said what
Before
now?
that, we don't gotta keep it 100. Before that, it's quiet. No, before that, we just date and nobody asks anybody anything. The second y'all start liking, now I gotta stop.
Why is it us?
They
Y'all get
always
catch
liked you,
feelings?
by the way.
First of all,
Girls don't have sex.
Oh, could one of you women get on the mic? That's why both of y'all fucking single.
Not
Okay?
single.
Well,
Is this one on?
Paige isn't single. All right.
yo, Paige told me she was going to get dick the other night.
I didn't say
You did say that. You said you were going to get dick on Instagram Live. 3,000 people watching. Okay, top live.
He said
Okay. I was having my little
What if you and
dinner.
your boyfriend going to get dick at the same time?
Yo, that's what I said.
That's what you said to her?
Yo, I said your boyfriend's gay. And then you said, oh, he only hits it from the back.
He's never
Yo,
even said
stop!
that.
I did say it.
That you asked me if he only hits it from the back, and I said no.
Why'd I ask if you only hit it from the back?
Because you said Charlamagne said your boyfriend's gay.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
reason.
I did say your boyfriend's gay.
No, Charlamagne said that you didn't even meet him.
I said that?
Charlamagne said that last
No,
week.
I said he's gay.
I said
and
that
then-
on the show?
Charlamagne said it in front of you last
No,
week.
you
He called
said-
him Miguel. Yes.
You said he's Miguel.
Paige,
No,
come here.
he said he's Miguel.
Paige, come here.
Miguel is gay?
I'm dead.
Miguel is not gay. Okay?
And neither is my boyfriend. Continue, Taylor.
All right.
I don't
was
think
the
your
question?
boyfriend's gay.
Thank you.
The point is, why is it that you decide when we're both faithful?
Why is it it's not a girl's decision. A lot of guys will say like, yo, would you be my girl, blah, 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 too. Why are you acting like it's... I've had...
Hold on. Hold on, yo. Hold on. This girl crazy, yo.
Yo, why are
You out there in Aruba taking pictures of your tampon string because so many guys want to wipe you up. That's crazy.
She out there paying for her own Aruba trip.
Wait.
Because so many guys
Wait.
want to flew her out.
Wait. Wait.
Okay, Taylor.
Wait.
Yo, these girls are crazy,
Excuse
bro.
me.
This is why I didn't need to get cheated on.
First of
This
all,
2019, we're bringing back cheating,
Schulz.
bro. This is the first time I've seen Chris smile all day. This is the first time Chris smiling all day.
Chris ready to cheat. Chris ain't getting no cheeks. Chris ain't getting no cheeks in a minute.
Bro, what if some new cheeks cure your limes? You never know, bro. You never know, bro. You want to get rid of limes, you gotta get some lemon.
Make a fucking Sprite. That's a
That's it.
okay, you're
Yeah.
missing the point.
Nah, you are.
No.
Just because no guy's ever saying to a girl, we should be together. That never happens
That's
in
not
life.
what
No,
to
that
me.
ain't true.
That's
You got a lot of guys who get with a girl and they like her
Yeah.
and they really want to have their cake and eat it too, but they want to lock this woman down.
Exactly.
So being that they want to lock her down, they tell her what she want to hear. So they be like, yeah, be my girl. I want you to be my girl. Yada yada yada. And that's when you end up in a whole bunch of motherfuckers.
Yeah, those are suckers.
Kevin Hunter. Yes.
Yeah,
Kelvin.
Kevin Hunter's
Yes.
sucker. Yeah. We're talking about real suckers, like lames. Like lames do that.
Yeah.
If you want a real lame ass sucker, then you do that.
Well, so Charlamagne also got married. So was he?
I love my wife. I've been with her 21 years.
Okay, but you're
Yo,
saying.
how you
but
gonna talk
love-
about his wife like
Well,
that?
I'm just- I see Taylor saying.
Yo, this girl's crazy, yo.
No, Taylor brings up a good point.
Okay.
I got married. But think about what I had to tell all my side chicks who like me. Like, nah, man. I got
Yeah,
a
you
wife.
don't ever think about the
You know what I'm
side chick.
saying? Like, you know what I'm
Real
saying?
talk.
Oh, yeah, I got plenty of side chicks who wanted to be with me. I had to give them the Heisman.
Damn, you had
But
to
that's
untell
still-
I hit
her.
them with the
But
DMX.
hello?
Come on, man.
But
You know I got a wife.
Hello?
You know that pussy tight. I ain't gonna jeopardize my life.
But Charlamagne, you proposed though, right?
Yes, I
you,
did
and
propose.
also, you claimed her as your girl, right?
Yes.
So, hello, y'all in a relationship.
Because
Niggas-
she decided the
So
fidelity
you're saying that
shit.
your wife decided to make it. That's not true. Don't make
Well,
it
it
seem
was
like you don't have feelings, Andrew.
it was a
No.
mutual
It's
thing.
not about feelings, but I can sleep with you.
Okay.
Right? While you're dating other people. I'm
Yeah,
okay
so
with
can
that.
other girls. I've done that.
I will throw this fucking microphone.
First of all, I don't like you generalizing all women as horse. All right.
Yeah.
I'm not a whore either, so don't do that.
I
I'm
didn't say
just
you
saying.
were. I just say you generalize all women by whores by
But I
making
know
statements.
girls too, though. Don't make
like
it
that.
seem like it's just girls that have the feelings. That's not.
It is girls that have the
No,
feelings,
it's
and
not
we
all
have to
the time,
accommodate
though.
those
Don't make
feelings.
it seem like it's all
Women
the time.
all the
always
time.
have the
No,
feelings.
it's not.
It's all the
You
time.
haven't put that dog down
There's
for
guys-
2 hours.
Yes.
No man would hold a dog for 2
2
hours. You know
hours.
why?
Preston!
Because y'all have feelings.
You have
y'all
feelings.
have emotions.
That's
okay.
not true.
You care about that little motherfucker. I would not.
You got that
It's my
dog
responsibility
because
right
you
now.
don't got a man. You
That's
need
not
yes,
true.
you need something
Yo,
to distract
you
That
you.
is true.
sound
You're
so
bored.
crazy.
That
You
is
need
true.
someone to
Y'all
take
sound
care
so
of.
crazy.
Okay, you don't have
That is
someone
true.
to cook
Y'all
for,
sound
so you're
so
doing fucking
crazy.
pedigree in a little bowl for this
That is
dog.
true.
Okay,
That is
you
true.
lonely.
Yes.
That's what these dogs are for.
I'm babysitting.
This is how needy women are. They get dogs small enough to fit in a purse so they can carry it around all day
That's true.
in case they're fucking needy.
Whenever they need
Can you
company.
stop?
Whenever.
Listen, when they send that text out, what you doing tonight? And they get the shit, the message looks like it's about to come, but it never comes for hours. They just reach for their dogs and just start petting them.
Shit. All you getting is dots.
That's all.
You getting
That's all.
dots. You should
Dog
call
ain't
your
never
dog
practice.
dots.
Little dogs are just practice for cats.
Yo, you
Facts.
guys crazy.
That's a fact.
It's a gateway drug.
That's all. That's a gateway drug. Little dogs are gateway drugs to fucking cats, yo. That's
gonna
a
be a
fact.
cat lady,
Yes.
real
Don't
talk.
worry, it's coming.
Yo,
Anyways.
you one more Aruba trip away.
One more lonely Aruba trip.
Aruba trip.
Okay. The next time you're in Aruba lonely, you ain't gonna have no tampon screen because you're gonna be too old
Yo,
to get a
that's
period.
nothing. First of all, I'm saying I had no tampon. There was no tampon in Aruba right now.
Yo, all I'm saying is 2019, we bringing cheating back, man. Cheating's got to
Well,
come
why do you
has
want to?
not-
So you want to have STDs and all that other stuff too?
First of all, who gets STDs?
What do you mean?
I don't
ain't
do
gonna front,
that.
bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, cheating is whack, bro.
Thank you.
Nah,
Thank you,
nah.
Charlamagne.
I'm not gonna lie to you,
Finally.
cheating is whack, yo. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a tethered, bro. I've been
You're
on both
tethered.
sides, man.
You're tethered, bro.
I've been above
Why
ground
do
and
you
below
wanna cheat,
ground,
though?
man. Cheating is whack, bro.
I'm not cheating.
It's too stressful.
I'm not cheating.
But what? You just said.
But cheating's back.
It's
Cheating
whack,
never
bro.
left. First of all.
Well, that's the thing. This is what you don't say you're cheating. Okay? You never admit to cheating. Okay? You just do what you gotta do. And then when your girl's like, you cheating on me, you say no, because that's the disrespect. The disrespect is admitting to the girl
it's
that you're
not.
cheating. Yes,
Yeah.
it is. That's
No, it's
wild
not.
disrespectful. You gotta have a little side situation.
You know why girls get upset? Yeah,
Because they
girls-
know. Don't let them know.
They're getting caught. It's
Same
never-
reason why they
it's
always
never-
tell Trump about the
I understand,
UFOs.
look.
You can't tell everybody about
That's
everything.
it.
Look, I
It's not the
understand.
cheating, it's the getting caught that gets men in
Thank
trouble.
you.
Exactly.
Yo, 2019,
But
we
then
not getting
also-
caught. We bring it back, not getting caught.
I'm gonna be
That's
honest with
never
you.
gonna happen. That's never gonna happen.
The
You
best
know
way,
that, right?
the best
That
way to
never
not get
happens.
caught is to not cheat.
Thank you.
I'm telling you,
Thank
cheating
you.
is
Thank you,
whack, bro. It's
Charlamagne.
like, yo, everybody out there, cheat when you're young. Cheat when you're in your
You gotta
motherfucking
keep
20s,
up
man.
with
Right.
the lies.
When
like,
you
why
get,
you
yes,
keep
man,
doing
that shit is too stressful, man. It's
But they
not
also
worth it.
cheat a little when you're old too, just to feel it out
Nah,
and just to keep it up.
I don't
just
have the
to
heart.
keep it up.
I lost the heart to do it.
Really?
I don't have the heart to do it no more. I don't have the heart. I couldn't do it and get away with it. I don't have the heart. The guilt would eat me up. You know what I'm saying? The anxiety would eat me up. I would start feeling fucked up. I feel like a hypocrite when I yell, like, hey, black men don't do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels good to say black men don't cheat.
And then don't do it.
And don't do it.
Yo, but you know what feels really good? Cheating.
No, it doesn't.
That shit be feel. Look at Chris.
When I look at
Chris, you know what I'm talking about, Chris. Chris out here cheating, bro.
Listen, when I look at-
yo, Chris out here. You think Chris got all them new sneakers and boots because he want to
Chris,
be
you
faithful?
Yo, stop.
Chris out here cheating,
Chris ain't
bro.
cheating. Chris gonna-
Oh, he's not.
Chris will die unhappy, but he ain't gonna cheat.
Right.
Yo,
He'll die horny and unhappy.
That's
But he ain't gonna-
Chris getting all the limes jerked out of his dick at that same place that Robert Kraft went to. Chris been cheating like the fucking.
I did see your name on that list, Chris.
Yo,
it was
was
Robert
right
Kraft, J.K. Rowling, and Chris Moreau.
Tomorrow.
Harry Potter. She getting fingered. She getting.
Get that little clit rub during the massage, man. You know what I'm saying?
Chris just-
How else you gonna get Harry Potter in the
Chris
gifted
just-
child or
Chris-
the cursed child, whatever the fuck it. Hey, listen, sometimes you gotta fucking block your chakra is clouded. You gotta unblock it. You know?
Chris, you just get in there, start getting whacked to Baby Shark. What is it?
Baby shark. That is a good jerk off song when you think about it.
Bro,
You never heard
you
Baby
saying,
Shark?
Chris, you're saying you wouldn't want a nice masseuse, give you a little massage, and then pump that Baby
I
Shark
don't know
and
if that's cheating though.
Daddy
Shark. I don't know if getting a massage and getting a happy ending is cheating.
Oh, it's
bro.
not cheating.
It's illegal.
Say what?
Okay, depending on
It
what
shouldn't
country you're
even
in.
be illegal. How is it any different?
What country? You can go to another country and get it legally done, right? Oh, Chris acting like he don't fucking know now. All right. This motherfucker here, you know all them excursions he took to Asia by himself.
You said you go
Now
to
you don't know
fucking-
shit, huh?
Motherfucker
Okay.
goes, what is it? Where are you from again? Taiwan. Every year. Every year you go to Taiwan every year, and you're not sure if you could get whacked.
He
in
ain't go over the
Taiwan.
food. I ain't talking about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here. Listen,
Come on, Daddy Shark.
let's pay some bills and let's come back and talk about why cheating is really whack.
Okay, well, we got to talk about Mercari.
Macari.
You got a bunch of stuff laying around the house, Charlamagne? Stuff you
I
don't
do,
use?
man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I do.
Well, if you got some, maybe some jeans worn once, a phone hiding in a drawer with all your old side chick numbers.
Nope,
You know what
don't
I mean?
have those anymore.
Oh, you got rid of that.
Yes,
well,
sir.
what you should have done is sold it on the Mercari app. You know, because you could sell all this stuff on the Mercari app. They make it fast and easy to sell. You could sell literally almost anything. Take a few pics of your stuff, add a description, boom! Your item is listed. Once it's sold, Mercari emails you a shipping label, and then you just send it off. That's right, they email you the shipping label. No hassles, okay? No meetups with strangers in a McDonald's or a Starbucks. Absolutely nothing. With Mercari, you can sell everything from fashion to electronics to toys to sporting goods. Over 100,000 items get listed on Mercari every single day. Just earn a few extra bucks, okay? Clear up valuable space in your home with Mercari. The app is over 300,000 reviews on the App Store with an average of 4.8 stars, okay? So why not give it a try? You got some extra stuff? Go make some money off it, okay? You just go to Mercari. You can get on the App Store. Just go to Mercari. The App Store has it. Mercari. Mercari, the selling app.
That's right. This is why I think cheating is whack, man.
Talk to me.
Look no farther than the situation with Wendy Williams, her trash-ass husband, Kelvin Hunter, and Sharina Hudson. You know, if you've been listening to The Breakfast Club, you know, I've been telling y'all little things here and there. I give it to the Brilliant Idiots audience since the cat is out the bag. You know, the reason I don't even rock with Wendy and Kevin anymore is because of Sharina. Sharina was the homie. That was the homie from Columbia, South Carolina, the 803. You know, I introduced her to Kev, back in the day. And the reason we fell out is because we was in Jamaica one time, right? And when we was all in Jamaica, it was a WBLS. When I used to work at BLS with Wendy, it was a WBLS getaway. So we're all in Jamaica. Me, Wendy, Kev, you know, he flew his mistress out. You know what I'm saying? This was years ago. This had to be like '08.
Kev has his mistress out there with his wife.
Yeah.
Is Wendy aware of this?
No, not at the time. I don't think so. Not that I know of. You know what I'm saying? But long story short, you know, she wanted to get with Wax, right? His mistress wanted to get with Wax. Later on down the line, he got mad at me because he said that I was trying to hook Wax and Sharina up. So when I say that he's a legendary sucker on some legendary sucker shit, the reason we fell out is because of his mistress. Now, mind you, at the time, you might have known this girl maybe a year. You know what I'm saying? Man, you've been rocking for like 3-4 years. You might have known this girl for maybe a year. And you say, fuck him because you think I'm trying to hook her up with my man. When the reality is she just liked him. Like, so why, so if anybody ever wants to know why me, Wendy Williams, and Kevin Hunter don't fuck with each other, it's because of that. Now, Wendy doesn't know this. So when Wendy gets on Elvis Duran show and Wendy says, who, in reference to me, when my name comes up, like, who is that? Don't ask me about people I don't know. I can't even be mad at Wendy because I don't know what the fuck he told Wendy. It's not like he went to Wendy and said, yeah, yo, he tried to hook up, you know, my side chick with his man, yo, you know, so we don't fuck with him no more. You didn't go to her and say that. So there's no telling what he said to her.
So all these years,
yes,
Wendy has been hating you, potentially, under false pretense that you don't even know.
Absolutely.
Because of this scumbag Kevin.
Absolutely.
What an insecure guy.
Yes, he is.
So you invite your side chick to this resort, I guess it is, while
hedonism.
Hedonism. Yeah, you told me about this.
Hedonism 1 or 2, I don't remember.
And your wife is there.
Yes.
And you're upset that your side chick wants to get side dick. See, that's super insecure shit.
That's some sucker shit. So that's why, you know, that's one of the many reasons why I don't fuck with him. But I just think it's important to put that out there so you know what type of dude you dealing with. Like, he's on some legendary sucker shit. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's like, bro, that's not your wife in any way, shape, or form. And I wasn't even trying to hook her up with Wax. They was vibing on their own. Right. You know what I'm saying? If I need to hook Wax up with a woman. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, as if I need to throw Wax in a system.
If anything, you try to cock block.
I block all day long.
Been
blocking for years to try to save him from himself. The fuck is you talking? Like, been blocking
I'm on
for
your
years.
side. Yeah.
Come on. You know what I mean?
Wow.
If anything, I'd be like, I don't know about all that, bro.
So this guy's a lame.
Nah, he's a sucker.
But that's also a different type. That's not the type of cheating that I was talking about. That's complete disrespect cheating. That's when you go out there and you get another girl pregnant. That's when you destroy your family dynamic.
Exactly.
This is a real son of a bitch, man.
You've been with this woman for over 11 years.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And you know,
riding her coattails, mind you.
No, I'm talking about you've been with Sharina for 11 years.
Oh.
You've been with Wendy for 25.
Right.
It's sad to watch Wendy in this situation because I feel like we're all just watching her fade to black. You know what I'm saying? And I think that when you know, I keep saying this in different places. I'm like, yo, I hope Wendy Williams wakes up before she doesn't wake up because I feel like we're watching something that's not going to end well. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, you see a guy like this who, you know, first of all ladies out there, never trust a man that's 50 years old who wears full Supreme outfits. No, we got to really discuss this for a second, okay? This guy had on Supreme jeans with the big-ass Supreme logo all over him. Yeah. A Supreme T-shirt that says Supreme across the chest. The matching jacket that got Supreme logos all over it. Yeah. A Supreme hat. Yeah. And some Timberlands that had the American flag on both of them. This motherfucker looks like a race car. How the fuck can you expect anything from a person like this? Like, ladies, seriously, if the guy is 50 years old and he's got clothes that have big logos all over him, he either just got out of prison, right? or he's just not aware of the climate of the era that we're in.
Right.
Because we don't do that anymore.
Right. Yeah.
And you know how I know he's out of touch?
Why?
You went to Philadelphia, allegedly, to have a baby because you wanted to escape the media. It's 2019, you fucking idiot. There's no such thing as escaping
You go to Finland.
the media. You go out the country.
Yeah.
Or get a doula. What the fuck is them shit called?
Oh yeah, doula. When
The
they come to the
doula.
house, yeah.
Yeah, like what? You thought that you could get some fucking privacy in Philadelphia? Seriously.
Yeah.
How stupid are you?
Yeah.
How stupid are you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just disappointing to watch, man, because I don't think Wendy deserves. I can't. I'm not here to say what a person deserves. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like to see it play out like this because
Right.
it gives me bad vibes and it reminds me of why I don't want to put my wife through anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And one of the reasons that I stopped being a motherfucking dirtbag is because I've seen so many relationships like that, where the wife gets the life sucked out of her and doesn't recover. I've seen that a million motherfucking times.
Yeah.
So it's like, right now you're ruining this woman's life. You're literally ruining your motherfucking wife's life. Right now, sucking the life out of her and fucking up your bread and butter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
what Wendy is, right?
That's what Wendy is. You fucking up your bread and butter.
He does nothing
You
outside.
don't got Kev has no fucking skill set.
Right.
None. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Why?
Why is Wendy still attached to him? What is it?
I have no idea. I'm be totally honest with you. I really don't. I have no idea. That's not even my place to even say. I don't know why she's in the situation that she's in. I just know that motherfucker is a sucker in a lot of different ways. And and trust me, it's a lot more to motherfucking come. Cause I keep telling y'all, I know what you did last summer, Kelvin.
Ooh.
Right? You, Philip Jordan, Danny Astoria, and Sharina Hudson, a.k.a. Nikki. I know what y'all did last summer. And one thing that you can't escape is karma. And by the way, this is just another lesson for me when it comes to karma. Treat people good, man.
Yes.
Say what the fuck you want about Charlamagne. Charlamagne treats people good. I go out of my
Amen.
way to treat people good because I understand how this shit can come back to you. I'm not a motherfucker who's not self-aware. That motherfucker lacks self-awareness. I know he lacks self-awareness because of that Supreme outfit. I also know he lacks self-awareness because you took your girl to Philly to try to escape the media, to have a whole motherfucking baby. You can't even fucking keep up with the life that you created for yourself. You can't even keep up with the life that you created for yourself. There's nothing you can do to escape karma, Kelvin. Nothing. And when I say nothing, nothing.
Really?
Oh, you're going to take all these L's.
Really?
He has
More coming.
a lot more coming. All right.
Can we divulge anything? Is there a little bit of something we can talk
I
about?
mean, I don't think it's no reason to. There's no need for me to be Nostradamus in this situation. So
So-
everybody just sit back and watch the play. That's all. Everybody.
and there's several acts to this play, you're saying?
several acts. Yeah, I actually think that we're in the final act now.
So you think this will be the end?
I don't think it's going to end well if something doesn't change immediately. You know what I'm saying? And that's my concern. I want somebody that really cares for Wendy to intervene in a big way. Because I feel like if you just sit back and, you watch, abuse happen, whether it's emotionally, whether it's mentally,
You're enabling
whether
it.
it's physically, you're enabling it. Like, you know what I mean? I don't give a fuck how you feel about her. Like, I'm the type of person, all jokes aside, as much as I may laugh about it, I don't feel good. It don't make me feel good to see people doing bad. I just sit back and I look at this motherfucker like, you stupid motherfucker, you did this to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you made a choice to be a fucked up individual.
Right.
And now that energy is coming back to you. And you got to live with that. You know what I'm saying? You got to eat that. And I'm going to eventually put it in a movie and get paid. You know what I'm saying? Or put it in a book and get paid. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do with the information yet. If it doesn't all unfold, but it's all unfolding now. Like all of this shit that you're seeing right now, been there, done that, saw it a million times. Like this is a rerun. This is new to y'all. It's a motherfucking rerun to me. I was there from the motherfucking beginning, you know? And if it's one person on this planet who I probably truly, honestly don't fuck with in no way, shape, or form, he's definitely one of them.
Really?
Yeah. I don't fuck with Kelvin Hunter at all. Like, not even a little bit. And I'm not even mad at him. I just don't fuck with him at all. So, Supreme, I hope I didn't mess up any money for y'all. That shit just looks whack when it's all together on a 50-year-old, man. Okay? Where the fuck is Ape when you need him? Remember Ape used to fuck people up for wearing the Supreme shit? It's just interesting to watch, man. But no, for real, pray for Wendy if you want to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's a very bad situation that she's in. So
What is your relation with her now?
I have zero.
Zero.
I have not talked to her since the day Kevin texted my phone and said, I don't fuck with you anymore. You did some foul shit. I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about at the time. Then I learned later on.
Yeah.
You know what it was. So that shit within itself is lazy to me, because you supposed to be a New York pimp type motherfucker. And you let a young girl from South Carolina ruin your motherfucking life. Salute to South Carolina, goddammit. 843-803-864 out this motherfucker. You let her take you for everything.
So Nikki took down the whole conglomerate?
Maybe. I doubt. You know what though? Maybe. I don't know. I doubt it. I just, like I said, it's not going to end well.
It's not going.
I just don't think it's going to end well. That's just my personal prediction. I'm hoping for the other route. I'm hoping that somebody intervenes. You know what I'm saying, before it's too late. But I don't think it's going to end well. I just think that I just don't. The moral of the story is I don't fuck with Kelvin Hunter.
So whatever.
And y'all know I don't even
happening.
talk like this when it comes to people.
This is new for me to hear from you.
I don't fuck with Kelvin Hunter in no way, shape, or form. That motherfucker has tried to take my head off a few times in the past decade. Like, literally tried to take my motherfucking head off in ways that y'all don't even understand. That motherfucker has gotten a couple cease and desist from my lawyer in his lifetime.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But guess what? Time will reveal all. I'm not in this ain't no motherfucking sprint for me. You know?
Let me know what I can do. We can't have people trying to take over your head.
He can't take off my head. I'm blessed.
Uh-huh.
I'm blessed, black, and highly favored. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know God moves with me in a different way. He just does. I'm always protected by the whole armor of God. And unrighteousness will never beat righteousness. I ain't no perfect motherfucker at all. But I ain't you. Okay?
Uh-huh.
I got the whole armor of God on. Not the whole armor of Supreme. It's a big motherfucking difference, okay? I'm protected by a supreme being.
Right.
All right? So, whatever. It'll all reveal itself shortly. That's all I can tell y'all. He got a lot of bullshit coming his way, and he knows it. And he can sit around and try to escape it, but he can't. And that's the thing when you fucking with somebody that knows you. Like, I know you and have known you, okay, for a long time. You was who you was before I got here. I'm not who you think I am. All right? And God bless you. I wish you the best. Stop matching all your motherfucking clothes. You look like you're from Mississippi. No disrespect to anybody in Mississippi. You just look like, okay. You just look like
There's
Soulja
a few
Boy.
people listening to this right now like, come on, dog.
No.
We were riding with you, man.
No,
it's
I'm
not
saying,
our fault we
no,
from
I'm with
here.
you. Okay, let me take that back. You look like Soulja Boy when he first came out and you're 50. No, seriously. How the fuck you 50 and dress like Soulja Boy? When he first came out. You might as well put on the big motherfucking shades and put Calvin Cheater on the motherfucking lens. Like, fuck out of here. God bless Kelvin. You want to pay some bills?
Yeah, let's pay some bills. I'm excited for the next few weeks, guys. I think we're going to have some content.
Fun. It's fun to watch.
Ooh.
It is fun to watch. I think Wendy's going to take a break soon, too.
Really?
She already did.
What you mean she already did?
She took another break.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, she just said it right now.
Get the fuck out of here. Let me see.
Uh-oh.
Get the fuck out of here, Taylor.
Someone's predicting.
Wendy Williams taking another break from talk
I
show.
just talked to Ashley.
They're making a lot. Oh, my God.
You only have 15.
The Wendy Williams show is taking a previously scheduled spring break hiatus. Get the fuck out of here. You just came back.
She going on vacation.
Now,
Kelvin, you piece of shit, you.
why? What happened?
You ruining that woman's life. She just came back from 3 months because of your dumb ass.
Mm-hmm.
Now you out here again making her go take another motherfucking break.
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy.
So she is completely whipped by this guy? Like,
I have no fucking idea, man. I really, honestly, truly
is this
don't
some
know.
pimp shit?
That shit ain't planned.
Come on, Taylor.
That shit ain't planned.
When you take a 3-month break, you lose your spring break. That's how it
Word
works.
is born.
Like,
That shit
come on.
ain't planned.
You think these networks are like, yeah, take more time off. We'll
This is
lose
what you
more
do.
millions.
Go back to last. She's been on the air for 10 years. Go back to past 10 years
See
and
how
see
many
if she
breaks
takes
she
a
took.
break around this time every year.
I know
If it's a
fucking break.
scheduled spring break, then that means every year around this time of year you take that break, right? Let's go back and see if she took that break for the past 10 years. Wendy Williams is the person who don't take breaks. She doesn't take breaks. Come on, man. Y'all got, and that's the bad part about shit like this. It's like we're sitting back watching something crumble, and it's like it's right there under our noses. We're looking right at it.
What are most people missing? Because you seem to know more about the situation than they do. Maybe that's why they're enabling it. Like the average Wendy Williams fan probably has no clue about their dynamic.
I mean, I think it's obvious. It's abuse. We see it.
Oh, physical.
Listen, that is what they say.
Right.
You know,
There's been pictures of bruises and shit I've seen.
I'm not going to divulge things that I've seen quite yet.
Right.
But definitely emotional. Definitely verbal. You know what I'm saying? Definitely mental, right?
I mean, if you have a 11-year side chick arrangement that now you have another family starting and you've emotionally manipulated and abused a woman so much that not only is she staying with you and with that, but also continuing to pay you money as your business partner, like that is almost Stockholm syndrome. We're talking about like you've kidnapped someone's soul, it feels like.
Yeah, I can't wait till next year when I can say that Sharina Hudson is 12 years a side chick. That joke ain't gonna ring off too fire right now. 'Cause it's only 11, but next year,
12 years a side chick. Whoa.
She may not be the side chick by this time next year, knowing that sucker ass motherfucker.
You
though.
think that he'll make her the main?
Who knows? No, who knows, man? Anybody that matches Supreme outfits all the way from the top to the bottom at 50 years old, you
Can't
just
trust.
never know what their decisions.
Can't predict.
You can't predict their fucking decision making skills.
Yeah.
What in the hype beast? Seriously, who the fuck? Who's the youngest person in this room? Paige, what do you think of people wearing matching Supreme from head to toe?
Just corny.
It's corny with colorful Timberlands. That's a white woman saying that to you.
And
Wow.
It costs like $600 for a whole fit.
No, they say his shit costs $5,000. Which is even worse.
5,000 my ass.
Yeah, $5,000 fit, $200 look. $5,000 fit, $200 look. That's the truth to the matter.
Right.
The fit cost $5,000 because I was showing one of my stylist Ty earlier, who's from Brooklyn, who was like, "Oh my god,"
yeah.
she was like, she literally almost threw up. I'm dead serious. She literally
Yeah,
almost threw
yeah,
up. She
yeah.
literally almost. She was like, "This is like the most. She's a stylist, so that
Yeah,
shit. She almost threw up. It was like watching. It's like LeBron watching basketball and watching somebody shoot a terrible jump shot. Like, fix your fucking form.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
But anyway,
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
him. Fuck him, but God bless him. Let's pay some bills.
We'll put that in later.
What?
The bill, ad.
We might as well do another mid-roll now.
Yeah, but we gotta wrap the show in 10 minutes.
Wait, this is
Oh shit.
Well, look, support for today's show comes from the Butcher Box. This month, Butcher Box is offering finely ground beef that's clean, delicious, taken from the most flavorful sections of the animal. The beef consists of trimmings from sirloin and chuck, which makes it so versatile. Cooks fast, so it's perfect for quick weeknight dinners. I'm not going to lie, I've done Butcher Box. I don't know if it's that I'm lazy. I don't know if I'm accustomed to convenience, but having the food already at my apartment, the ability to not go out and necessarily get groceries just because they're already there is massive, especially for someone who doesn't cook. I do not cook. I do not cook until I started doing these types of bring the food delivery directly to the house. I made a steak.
Really?
I made a fucking steak. I actually did. I never did that without a grill. I've never cooked a steak without a grill in my entire life. Butcher Box got me making steak. So, listen, right now new members will get 2 pounds of this delicious ground beef for free in every box for the life of your subscription. That's crazy. Think about that. 2 pounds for free. If you got a family, that's it right there. They're your kids eating burgers. Done. This was Butcher Box's most popular offer last year. They're bringing it back for a limited time. Okay, that's it. You get
Quality too.
Sorry, say what?
It's good quality.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
It's really good. For $20 off your first box and 2 pounds of free ground beef. I can't believe they're getting away with 2 pounds of free ground beef. In every box for the life of your subscription, go to butcherbox.com/idiots or enter the promo code IDIOTS. That's butcherbox.com/idiots or enter the promo code IDIOTS for $20 off your first box. Plus, you get the 2 pounds of free ground beef for the lifetime of your subscription. All right. Let's see.
What else, man?
Oh, man. I don't know. We've had such a stacked show. Is there any interesting concepts, any interesting ideas, anything?
What did we miss? We didn't miss nothing, right? I like what Tiffany's doing. Salute to Tiffany. We talked about Tiffany earlier.
What's that?
She did a deal with Netflix.
Okay.
I knew about this for a while. I always thought it was a dope concept, but it's called Tiffany Haddish Presents Day Ready.
Okay.
And so what she's doing is she's taking six up and coming stand up comedians and doing half-hour specials with them.
Yeah.
So all 6 comedians were personally chosen by Tiffany, and she shares a history with all of them by working together on the stand-up scene or in television. Shantae Wayans. I feel like Shantae used to be on Wild 'N Out.
Yeah, she did.
She was, right?
Yeah.
April Macy, Tracy Ashley, Ida Rodriguez, Flame Monroe, and Marlo Williams. And she's the executive producer with Wanda Sykes and Paige Hurwitz. And it's coming out through She Ready Productions. And she said it's 6 of my favorite comedians.
Get your money, Tiff.
Yeah, she feels like they're stars. So
Get your money,
she's
Tiff.
giving them the opportunity. I think that's dope, and I think that's actually a kind of genius move by Netflix. Because it's like, if you got, at the time, Monique giving Netflix a lot of flack, saying Netflix doesn't support, black female comedians, that doesn't pay them the kind of money that everybody else should get. You do a deal with Tiff, so not only does Tiff have her own stand-up special coming out on Netflix, give Tiff the chance to empower some other celebrities.
Listen, get your money, Tiff. I love her getting money and signing a deal. What this says to me is that Netflix has lost its value in getting people to watch their specials.
Or maybe they don't believe in their talent people.
Well, so it's twofold, right?
Yeah.
It's one, they don't believe in their talent people, and two, because of that, they've lost the equity that they had, right? There was a time where for HBO, for example, anybody who came out with an HBO special, we're watching because we trusted HBO.
Yeah.
Right? So Netflix had that for a minute. It was like, oh, there's a new Netflix special? I'm watching. Then they put out so many specials and that people didn't really like that much. So they're like, all right, well, now if it comes out on Netflix, it's not necessarily going to be a winner. I'm not going to watch automatically. So their move, the chess move is, why don't we get someone that we know people love and that people trust their decision making, and then say, this person presents these specials.
Yeah, and it takes the responsibility off them to find the next dope shit.
Exactly.
Because if people like it, Tiff and Netflix get credit.
Yeah.
If people don't like it, then Tiff gets all the flack. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, 100%.
That's the way it works.
I just don't think that people watch specials like that. But I think you have to do something to shake it up, right? You have to go, and I think that Tiffany has more equity and like leverage in the business than Netflix right now in terms of interest. Like if you love Tiffany and they're like, Tiffany's like, yo, if you love me, you're gonna fuck with my girl Ida, right? That makes sense. So it's an interesting move. Comedy Central did this with Bill Burr, and I think it worked. Yeah. So Bill Burr produces specials for Comedy Central. He produced my boy Paul Verzi's special. It's really funny. It's on Comedy Central, and he's producing a few more. Comedy Central did it with Amy Schumer as well.
Really?
Yeah, so it's like, all right, nobody's watching our stuff. Why don't we let comedians that have a big following co-sign it? Because if they co-sign it, it's like, I think
Kev did something like that too. I don't know if it was with Comedy Central.
Kev has done a few. He did some LOL ones that they're putting out, but yeah, man, everybody's freaking out. They're trying to figure out a way to like operate within the system, because the system is changing so much, man. And I'm telling you, like in the very near future, you're going to see everybody putting their specials out directly on YouTube. You're going to see a big comic do it in the very near future.
Didn't Louis C.K. do it back in the day, though?
He did it.
Oh, that was his website.
And he did pay. He did pay.
Yeah, you had to pay for it.
Yeah, and that's smart, because like when you're at the peak of your power, you're not trying to get new fans. You might as well just...
I wonder why you wouldn't put it behind a paywall on YouTube, though. YouTube has YouTube Premium where you can pay for it.
Yeah, but they stopped that. Now they're just giving all the content away.
Really?
Dude, YouTube is fucking... Bro, it's over for everyone else. It's over. Dude, so YouTube has this show called Cobra Kai, which is like the new Karate Kid. It was actually really good, and they did a first season behind a paywall. Now YouTube got rid of the paywall. If they keep producing this high-level content that's just available whenever, it's a wrap. And also, I mean... maybe this is an off-air conversation. Yeah, let's have this conversation off-air. But like, we happen to know pretty well the person who's the head of YouTube Scripted, and yeah.
We do?
So yeah, we'll talk about it off-air. But so, but all I'm saying is it's a very interesting time, and everybody's trying to catch up, especially in stand-up, because the business has been, you know, incredibly disrupted, and you know, whether I take credit for that or get credit for that, history will decide. But you're seeing a lot of these businesses really start to freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
And you're seeing a lot of comics empower themselves. You're seeing a lot of comics start to build fan bases without the traditional, you know, without the traditional model. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see, man.
Word.
It's a great time to be a creator.
It's a great time to be a creator, man. So, listen, thank you for joining the Brilliant Idiots this week. We really, really appreciate y'all. We hope you motherfucking enjoyed it. If you didn't, well, you must be new here. You know what I'm saying? I guess somebody hyped you up and you came in and was like, no, I don't really fuck with that shit the way that I thought I did. But thank you anyway. We appreciate you. So as always, if you listen to this podcast, you think we're smart, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. If you listen to this podcast, you think we're just a couple idiots who don't know shit, you're right too. It's the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Thank you for listening.
This podcast has been brought to you by Mercari. All right? Mercari is the selling app that makes it fast and easy to sell almost anything. You just take a few pics, add a description, boom, your item is listed. They're going to send you the mail-in slip, and you can do it within all 50 states, okay? The stuff really sells. Everything ships easily, so there are never any awkward meetups. You can find Mercari at the App Store. Remember, it's spelled Mercari, okay? Mercari. Go get it right now. Go make some money off the stuff you're not even using. Thank you, guys. Peace.